piece. So you serve
Every little dollar counts.
every dollar counts, man. So
And the
check out
trophy,
rollcall.org, either
it's
volunteer
roll
dash
slash
yeah
call.org.
yeah roll/call.
Because there is other roll calls out there, but and you can get on Facebook and find it. We post everything about them.
All right. You know, I got guy reached out to me, retired NYPD first grade detective Robert DeMarco reached out to me. He's got a book coming out. It's called The Line That Held. Really intriguing, true life, inspired by true events throughout his career. And it almost has, and I haven't read it yet, but it almost has that kind of Serpico type of feel or type of vibe. Because from what I get from just the epilogue on this, it's
Why are all these big words happening?
because I read the dictionary.
There's like two random
two big words,
big
right?
Words.
So it seems like a really intriguing book. He's going to come on the 29th on the show, and he's going to tell us all about it. Can't wait. Check out The Line That Held. It is on Amazon right now. Get your copy today.
Heck yeah.
Then let's talk about real quick. Before we get into Tears of the Left, I want to thank Johnny Rizzo and Motorcycle Mayhem out in New York, man. We watched their show last night.
Last night was so fun.
We had such a blast with Rocka Vodka and Baka out there. You know, Baka is Bikers Against Child Abuse. The amazing organization. Rocka Vodka was with them as well. But man, you were watching from your house. I was watching from my house.
So we're watching and they're up in Long Island, which is so fun. We're talking to them as they're doing their live. I mean, it's definitely a brotherhood sisterhood radio station thing.
It was an amazing show. We had so much fun just bantering back and forth.
Talking about diet liquor and diet donuts.
See, Johnny, we can drink on the 99.
I found a gluten-free vodka for you. I'll send you a picture. It's from Texas. That's diet. Right?
What, gluten free?
Yeah. It's diet enough. I mean, it's in a category at least.
Yeah.
But then Tigger posted this is something this is the diet beer.
Oh, yeah.
And I posted a Bloody Mary with all the things. I'm like, this is a salad. I think people get most of their vegetables from a Bloody Mary in the morning.
That's right. Well, lots of fun though. We had a good time. It was so much fun listening.
It was a great time.
And that's how
Amazing
it is every week
cars.
on the Motorcycle Mayhem. Check them out on Mondays between 8 and 9 Eastern Standard Time, 8 and 9 Eastern Standard Time. Check them out. He even gave Glenn a big shout out yesterday on the show. Talking about Glenn Lawson and the bike.
Because
he didn't do the actual, he even went the,
He did. He howled on it.
He howled, he goes, but he didn't howl as good as us.
No. Because, I mean, he mentioned something, Glenn. He mentioned something that we should go to. And I was like, well, we need to talk to Glenn. And he goes, we should talk to Glenn. And then he howled. So, I think, I can't remember. I was drinking at the time. But we can rewind it somewhere.
All right. We'll have to check that out. Let's talk about what you brought up to me. You found, and speaking about liquor and alcohol and drinking.
I mean, speaking of trash.
There is nothing more that I want. If I want any bourbon in my house and I'm a Crown drinker, I'm going to have to purchase.
And I don't drink any of it, but I'm going to
have to purchase this bourbon because it's called Tears of the Left. Tears of the Left. Get your bottle now before it's canceled. But it's a Kentucky bourbon, man. Let me just read some of this stuff this looks so great. It's a Rolling Hills Green Meadow. The barrel is full of tears that taste better than any safe space ever felt. Land of the Free isn't just a slogan. It's our favorite profile. Turning tears into liquid gold. Sure, we've just made great bourbon, but instead we just full savage and figured out how to distill leftist tears into sweet Kentucky nectar. So check it out, man.
It's the only thing they're used for.
Yeah, the Tears of the Left. You buy one of these bottles and it comes with a game. The Tears Against Sanity story. It's a great board game. Up to 6 players can play. You're going to have to read all about it because this seems like a really good fun night.
It's all over Facebook.
Table game. Yeah. Check it out. Tears of the Left, bourbon, whiskey. Rob Snyder. Is the comedian is one of the sponsors or spokespersons for it. So
I think it's his.
It may be his.
Maybe his. I mean, it's It should be. It's funny.
Tears of the left.
I mean, that's all I want.
This is about at least we're doing something with their tears.
Something, because
there's so much crying going on out there.
I can't respond because it's not worth it. So might as well just collect it and make something really profitable.
That's it. That's
all I gotta say.
All right. Well, we're gonna be bringing on our sponsor, Glenn Lawson, with the Biker Wolfpack. You know him.
I know him.
You gonna do your Elf impression?
No. Oh, he just had a birthday too.
Who? Elf?
No.
Oh, Glenn. Yes.
Glenn. What are we talking about?
I don't know.
Follow.
We'll be back right after these messages.
Hey everybody, this is Glenn with Glenn Larson Law and Biker Wolfpack Law. And I got one simple concept today. Don't be a tough guy. Don't try to do it on your own. And also, don't talk to the bad guys. So what do I mean? Don't be a tough guy means go get medical attention right away and tell the doctors everything that's wrong with you. Make sure to do that, because if you don't, it's going to mess up your case. Number two, if you have a problem with your roof, do you hire a roofer? If you have an injury situation and you need help, hire legal professional representation. Our firm is one of those firms, and we stand ready to help. Number three, most importantly, heaven forbid, do not speak to the insurance companies without legal representation. That's it in a nutshell. Thanks for listening.
I'm Sassy Sin with Battle and Betties, and I ride with the 99% radio.
Red lips, tied up curls, high heels, flag unfurled, Lone Star stitched on their seams. Sunday drives and freedom dreams. They roll up to the VA gate. Coffee cards, they're never late. Laugh lines, old stories glow. They salute, then steal the show. Hey! Battle and Betty's of Texas. Country first in their heart. Shield like an arm.
Biker Wolfpack Law is a safety organization founded by myself alongside Robert Howell with the primary focus of motorcycle safety, advocacy for injured bikers, and just general protection for those injured while riding motorcycles in the great state of Texas. Motorcyclists have all of the safety information they need, all of the legal information they need, and frankly, if needed, that full-blown legal advocacy in times of injury through no fault of their own.
Hey, welcome back to the 99% Radio Network here in the Fishbowl, man. We got Glenn Lawson and the Biker Wolfpack in the house. Welcome, Glenn.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're just coming out of some dental experience, huh?
Yeah, you know, for my 50th birthday, I decided to give myself several dental appointments back to back.
Ooh.
That's funny. My dad gave me a root canal on my 30th birthday. He's a dentist. That was what I did in Alaska when I went to visit him.
Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday to you.
I felt like the resonating word as I turned 50 a couple weeks ago was legacy. And, you know, what can I do for my team and myself and my family and my children and my grandchildren and everyone that touches and all the clients that we've served. And we're coming up on, you know, I've been a lawyer for 21 years actually. And the Biker Wolfpack Glenn Larson Law is coming up on 10th anniversary this July.
Nice.
So pretty pumped about that. And so, you know, I thought, what can I do? And obviously taking care of my health was the goal. However, and I'll make this really short because I can hear my wife, in my ear saying, do not talk about yourself too much. Don't make it too personal. But here's the bottom line. Root canals don't always take. So what happened with me is they tried to do a root canal, and the guy flipped his lid about 3/4 through the procedure and said the endo and said, you got some really weird nerves in your mouth, man. And we had to stop the procedure in the middle of it, and it didn't work.
So
What?
been in dental for 22 years. There is some kind. I can.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want me
but that's not the
I'll-
thick of it. So then
Yeah.
they go back and they say, okay, on top of that, the temporary crown plan that we were. Well, first of all, the theme of it today is don't fix it if it's not broke, right?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
I'm telling you.
Nope.
Because that's what they talked me into.
Nope. Here's my logic with dental.
All right.
When they give you a procedure, if it's a small filling or something, the sooner you deal with it, the cheaper it's going to be. The longer you wait, the more expensive it's going to be. Because the longer you wait, it's going to turn into a root canal or an implant.
Okay.
It's going to be longer.
Fair
It's going to be
enough.
more expensive.
So just know your homework before you choose. And this is my whole point.
And
okay?
if you need reference out,
So
you can
long
email
story
me.
short, fast forward multiple appointments back and forth, blah, blah, blah. And then they tell me, well, actually now the temporary crown doesn't work. Whatever. That's fine. I deal with it. I go home. I'm cutting some meat up on the grill on Sunday.
Oh, no.
And I look down at it, and I'm like, man, is that a tooth? From
Oh,
the
no.
cow?
it's made out of plastic with temporary
And the
cement.
whole tooth came out, right? Or whole, what I
Filling?
thought was the
Oh,
tooth,
well,
but it was really the crown.
It's a temporary
Oh, the
crown,
crown.
with
Oh.
temporary cement.
So, long story short, to go back, here's the point of the story. Everyone should know that a dentist is also a medical provider,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And should hold them to the same or similar standard. Here's what I'm talking about. And it has to do with
Oh,
heavy machinery, operating heavy machinery, i.e., X-ray machines, correctly. So this is what I experienced. And it's always don't be afraid to be the person that asks the tough questions from your service providers,
Yeah.
i.e., dentists,
Especially when, or any medical,
Or any of them.
any medical,
or any provider
professional,
for
right?
that matter. So I go in there, and the girl's like, "Okay, we need to redo your mouth, whatever." So she puts my face on the machine, and just before I did it, I'm like, "Hey, wait a second! This is a heavy X-ray machine. Where's my chest plate?"
they don't need them now.
Hold on. So I understand that. I disagree with that technology that's out there. And I said, well, where's the X-ray picture? Well, we only give it upon request. And I said, is that because you can turn the dial more often? In other words, you can get a lot more procedures done, make a lot more money. And answer off the record was yes.
Huh?
Do you
Right.
get more radiation walking through an airport?
I hear you.
From the X-ray.
But the point of it is,
defend the dental
that
field on this.
these dental places, there are these fly-by-nights in the middle of the shopping centers. Just be careful and know your rights as a patient. That's my
Yes.
point. We can move on. Okay. I'm on a tangent on it, and I'm going to continue to honor what Pitbull's saying and research it a little bit more because I
My
feel
father
like
was a dentist, and I was in for 22
I
years,
hear
so I
you.
got some education.
I hear you.
I'm still blown away by they stopped in the middle of procedure. It's like,
Now
Can't
I
go no
will
further.
Now I will go with
That blows
with,
me away.
With my 22 years of experience in the dental, I have worked for some shitty ass doctors. I will admit that and you have to research anybody you have
Just
work
yeah.
with, any doctor, any lawyer, and that's
Yeah.
why I stand by this guy because I've researched him. But yeah, you have to research everybody. I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's just don't be afraid to stir the pot a little bit. Is all. I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
advocate
ask
for
questions,
yourself.
and they should be able
Ask
to
questions.
answer them.
Ask tough
were
questions.
you in any pain or anything, or
I mean, not really. It's still there. They haven't fixed it. I'm
so it's uncomfortable?
I'm trying to deal with it now.
I got some references for you.
get a whole new tooth and all this other stuff. But anyways,
I
so
got
shifting
people.
gears, something recently
Motorcycles.
that we did in the world of motorsports, and specifically with motocross, and then specifically in the world of the big race that just happened in Austin.
Yep.
Back on the 28th of March and 29th of March, is I didn't even know that this existed, but there's a large organization that many of us know about called Fellowship of Christian Athletes, FCA. It's a nonprofit organization that supports lots of different athletics and the ministry within those athletics. And they have a motorsports division. And within that, there's a motocross division. So long story short, in Floresville, Texas, this summer, you can look it up. It's FCA MX or MTX for the motocross division and .org. And you can check it out or just Google it. It's for kids, all ages. They teach literally how to ride motocross. Okay.
Wow.
And from beginners to more advanced riders. And then there's a ministry component to it, and there's a faith component to it, and they have a whole program. It's a way to get off away from the damn iPads and actually have something fun to do.
Get out.
And it's a little definitely an adventure, component to it. So it's interesting. I didn't even know that existed, so check them out. On that note, check out your local, wherever you are in the country, if you want to get involved in blending, motorsports and ministry through the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. It's an amazing combination of things we all are passionate about, at least for me. And so here locally, there's a woman named Jennifer King, who is the new ambassador for FCA Motorsports here in Texas. Check her out on the website. She's looking for, support to make that a trackside ministry. So what is it, right? I went to, we were one of the sponsors for this big dinner that we had the week of the race in Austin, and I didn't know what it was, right, to be honest. And so what it is a missionary work within the motorsports to provide trackside ministry during race weekends, pit row, if somebody goes down, and also to provide chaplain. They're chaplains, right, during these races. And their goal is to continue to touch point internationally in motorsports, specifically in motorcycle racing, all types of it, King of the Backers and all of them. Okay. All the different possible racing, and to provide trackside ministry right there during the race, and to pray over the tracks and the safety and the welfare of the riders and all that.
I want to mention
super amazing thing. So.
Because I know sometimes when people hear Christianity going into an event, they think, oh, it's going to be shoved down my throat. It's not that.
Right.
It's only there if you need it. From my opinion, from seeing it, it's only there if you need it. If you need that extra time, or if somebody goes down, hell, if somebody goes down, I want to be prayed on. It's there if you need it. It's not shoved down your throat. So when you hear Christianity or something like that, or God-based event, don't think, from this one that I'm talking about right here, it's not like. It's
interesting you say that, because honestly, I met these folks at the Harley. They came to one of our classes. That's how we met them. And on the outside, they got ink from the top of their foot to the top of their toe.
But they have their values, and their values are.
They have the same values, and it is what it is. But it's just something they asked me to spread the word a little bit. That's it.
Well, that's why I like that. I like that because I think a lot of it's getting kind of lost lately. Well, like having a purpose.
Exactly, but the purpose, and if we look at motorsports,
I'm not super religious. No, but let me get that out there. Like I'm still figuring shit out myself. I was raised a certain way. Like I was shoved boarding school and Catholic school down my throat. I rejected it for many years, but as I got older, I realized, what the hell am I fighting it for?
Right.
It's nice to have that.
But
connection.
If you look at almost every sport out there, like NASCAR, they still pray before the race.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. They do the national anthem, and then they have a prayer. They have a prayer ceremony before the race. They bless the
cool, like God.
They bless the track. They bless the drivers. And it's just something that either you hold on to it or you don't hold on to it. And I think that's an amazing thing, especially for the kids. We've taken religion away from our children. We've taken it out of schools. We've taken it out of everywhere. So to bring that religion back, even on an athletic aspect, it gives the kids something.
And to be clear, I would say bring the faith back, not the religion. But that's what I would say.
Yeah, faith back. Right.
We're not gonna get. We can go down that.
We're making it a shirt.
We're not going to go
bring
there.
faith back. Exactly.
So bottom line is, check. I just thought, hey, it's April. So a lot of parents are going to be looking for something new, different, unique to do.
Summer's
with their
coming.
Kids.
We got to figure out.
It's a very reasonable cost. Compared to other camps, it's still a little bit expensive, but compared to others, it's actually cheaper. And so there's a lot of different camps.
How many
there's
weeks
one in
is it,
Arizona. There's like a couple different weeks in the summer that they're doing it, but it's 1 week.
I mean, like it's just the 1 week period. Okay.
All the details are on the FCA MX or FCAMTX.org. Check that out. There's one in Arizona. There's 4 or 5 different ones across the country. And I just thought I'd spread
I like that because, like you said, summer is coming.
Yep.
And you got to get on it now because if you wait till when they get out.
Well, Max started
stuck with him.
Max started doing the mini bike, right?
He does mini bike.
And he really started to enjoy it and love it, right? He's out there.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's off the couch. It's out in vitamin D in the sunlight. You know, you're getting kids back out there.
Mhm.
They're off their video games. They're off their PlayStations, or they're getting out and they're
unless they're doing a simulator trying to figure out how to race.
But they're getting a little activity,
Right.
and I dig it. Back in the day, I was good friends with these guys, the Smith family, Tommy
Pong.
Smith, and they were big into dirt bikes, and they used to ride motocross all the time. And now one of those brothers, he's a huge motorcycle rider in one of the circuits, getting sponsored by different organizations.
One of my best friends
And,
just got sponsored.
It's
She's
amazing.
a BMX biker. I've known her for years.
Even BMX.
She's on BMX. She's in her 20s now. She just got pro, and I'm Jersey. Love you. Congratulations.
So pivoting away from that, into the world of the e-bikes and these other weird things that are out there. A couple nights ago, I was with one of my daughters over in East Dallas, and we were sitting outside, and she's always messing with me. And we were over there by White Rock Lake in East Dallas, and we saw it was supposed to be a bicycle trail, right? But it's like all these kids on these jackasses on these little some are gas powered. Even I've seen them. They're gas powered, and they're little things. And she goes, "That's your wolf pack," ha ha ha. And like, thanks, I appreciate it. And so it brought to my attention, what if they cause wrecks? So then the next night over on Mockingbird, I was coming home from the gym, and I looked over. Damn if I didn't see one of those kids, probably 11 years old, going down Mockingbird Lane in Abrams in East Dallas.
All in black sweatpants and shit.
Literally hauling ass down the middle of the road, and a 5.0 was following them, like with lights on.
Oh, yeah?
Right?
Getting him home, yeah.
And then I heard about something that happened in the news and all that.
Even in our little neighborhood.
New York has a huge issue with
crazy.
New York is having a huge issue with these e-bikes and these gas-powered mopeds, all riding in the jogging lane and the walking lane on the sidewalks. And I got to bring this up too. And I see where the cops was following them. And this goes to all my NYPD brothers and sisters out there. We saw what just happened to our sergeant in the NYPD who threw a cooler during a buy and bust operation, threw a cooler at a perpetrator fleeing the scene. He crashed the bike and ended up.
So he threw the cooler and it made him crash? Fucking bullseye.
Right. Yeah. Well, here's the deal. The liberal judges who will let the murderers and the rapists and the assault victims and the robbery guys out on bail and not convict them in the whole bit. Well, they convicted this sergeant. They convicted him and he's sentenced to 3 to 9 years. So that means he lost his pension. He's not going to see his family.
Going off a perp?
Yeah. And to give you a little quick backstory on this, they were doing a buy and bust operation.
That's New York.
They were doing a buy and bust operation. I've been involved in many of these, so they can go sour real quick. UC makes the buy. It was cocaine, or I think it was cocaine. And he was part of the backup team. He was part of the apprehension team, and he was called a ghost. He was on the side watching from a distance. The guy steals this motorbike, takes off down the sidewalk. Sidewalk is packed with civilians. He's weaving in and out, can definitely kill somebody on that sidewalk by flying down that sidewalk. The sergeant, who is in plain clothes, grabs the nearest thing that was off a wall, which was a small little cooler, and he takes it and he threw it towards the bike, hitting the biker in the chest to stop him. The guy then the perpetrator then crashes, falls off, hits his head because he wasn't wearing a helmet, and dies.
So already violating for driving without a helmet in New York law, I would assume.
Well, he stole the bike and he just bought drugs and he was fleeing the scene.
Oh, but let's protect him after
a lot of
the
stuff
fact.
goes behind it. And now the judge convicted him, and he lost everything. 3 to 9 years in prison. That's why like when you just said, the cops are following this individual on the bike. Cops are afraid to do anything nowadays because the criminals are going to win over the law enforcement.
There's been I've seen cops
you want to jump in?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just not to I agree with you, and that's why I don't do criminal law, because the system is fucked up.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you see at schools and stuff, there's a cop, or they're I don't know exactly where they're at, but there's one cop.
Yeah.
And you see these teenage kids start throwing punches at these cops.
Well,
and it just blows my fucking mind.
So
that you would have that disrespect for law enforcement.
It's horrible.
And the legal question I was going to raise, and I appreciate the context of that because I didn't know about your experience there, was what about insurance coverage for these kids that are riding these motorcycles, in quotation marks? They're not really motorcycles,
right?
Going down the road. And boy, it's a lot of complexity to that. And I've literally heard, I get probably one call a week where a kid on a e-bike or gas powered whatever causes a wreck. And it's very complicated because they're not licensed. There's no insurance. And likely then maybe the parents have homeowners. But then
would it be covered on? Would it be
it might be.
It depends on their coverage.
It depends on the coverage.
I honestly, I didn't even think about that because my son has one, and we just teach him the rules.
Yeah, but now they're carving it out. So the bottom line is, right? If you're driving down the road, we're supposed to have insurance. So it's just a question.
Yeah, how do you get a 10-year-old insurance for a mini bike?
And then do you put a Apple a GPS locator on your child's bike to make sure they're not going somewhere they're supposed not to?
Now, Glenn, many of these bikes aren't registered.
Oh yeah,
right. So they don't have license plates. But if
they don't,
not appropriate.
Right.
Ones.
So I don't know. Is there a certain speed limit? Like if a vehicle goes over a certain speed limit on the roadway, that it needs to be registered, considered a motor vehicle?
There's these particular e-bikes. They have different levels of e-bikes, level 1, 2, 3, whatever, and there's certain age restrictions. And it changes from one city to the city ordinances. And I mean, it could go. We could literally. Wow. I mean, it would take three or four research assistants for me. It's a very unknown area of law. That's the bottom line.
The parent can shift the speed on their app. I mean, they could be riding it. Yeah. They're not going to change it so when the kid gets on it. So it's still going to go to the 35 miles an hour.
It's like, it goes back to poor home training, right?
Yeah.
But what are you going to do? I mean, I'm not, we did plenty of things that we shouldn't have done when we were teenagers, right? Yeah. So anyways, I'm just bringing it up. The bottom line is, please call a lawyer if something happens, and you see that because they do cause wrecks. These
they do.
Young people.
In fact, that's the reason why my son kind of doesn't ride his electric scooter or his mini bike as much in the neighborhood because we are a motorcycle family. We've taught him the rules, and there's a lot of kids in the neighborhood that ride those, and they don't, and he doesn't want to ride with them anymore because they start getting like, oh, cross, and he's like, ah. And then they call them names, so it's like I don't even want to ride it anymore.
It's and it's sad. And they're traveling. I mean, the person I saw on the e-bike the other night was probably going 50 miles an hour on 45-ish. He's definitely going cruising past the speed limit.
That's what they're doing in Manhattan, and I've heard a lot of stories about pedestrians being struck, pedestrians walking off the curb in the crosswalk. And these bikes aren't looking. A lot of the delivery guys
walking the sidewalk like this.
A lot of the delivery guys are using these bikes.
Yeah, I know. They're all the time.
And they're flying through Manhattan, and they're running over pedestrians. And who knows if they have insurance? Who knows what kind of coverage it is?
I'm going to continue.
Just assume nobody has insurance.
I'm going to continue the research on it.
Okay.
And this is why you got to have uninsured motorists. And I don't even, frankly, I mean, I've been doing this 21 years, and I'm raising a legal question to my team right now. We'll have to research it. Will your uninsured motorist cover you when you're hit by somebody on an e-bike or an e-bike does something stupid and then you have to overcorrect and then you run into a telephone pole, right?
Oh, swerve to get away.
Right.
Yeah. Is the e-bike still in the same category? Like if a lawnmower hits you, I mean, that would be like the same motor size. So it's like.
Yeah, but I think it's got to do with the speed, though, right?
There's so many. That's what I
mean. Like, there's so many variables. Like,
it's very unknown,
and it goes city to city. So,
and depending
on who's judging.
So it's a pending, trending issue there. All right. Last thing I wanted to visit about is, one very common thing that's come up recently.
Sounds serious.
I know
it is a little bit.
I know,
serious.
like the whole mood just went. Whoosh.
It wasn't me.
We recently, I've said this before, and I'll say it again, but I'm gonna give a specific example. Yeah, last week I had to have a phone call with a client, a former client of mine, that this particular person went through 47 procedures over 3 years of time. 12 major surgeries, so on and so on, and luckily to survive. And he's eternally grateful to be alive. And he's slowly making progress, thankfully. But he didn't have uninsured motorists at all, 0, right? So what did I have to do? I had to call him and say, there's nothing I can do.
That's got to be a heartbreaking
There's no
thing for you to do.
And he's lost his income, he's lost his work, he's about to lose his house. I mean, we set him up for a couple of charity applications that we know. We did provide some financial support to him to the best of our ability. And he's going to be all right because he's got a good attitude. My point is, attitude is everything, right? When you go through these things, but also please protect yourself and get the right insurance. Probably for $15 more a month, I would have a conversation with him of, hey, here's $100,000, and at least it's a drop in the bucket considering what he went through, but at least it's something. So please make sure, check your app. If you don't, literally all you have to do, check your app on your insurance coverages. If it says rejected for PIP and UIM, please change that if you can afford it. And frankly, if you can't afford it, cut out Taco Bell, and a few other things, and you can. Okay, please do that. If you can afford to put gas in your motorcycle, then you have an obligation to yourself and your family to get the right damn insurance. Please take care of it, and then call us if you need us. Yeah, that's all I got.
Thank you, Glenn.
It was a tough conversation.
I bet. And you and Lori Montoya, who's going to be coming on next, you hit on this topic every week, and it's repetitive, and it's because you see it each week. Lori sees it each week.
You live it every day.
Yeah, you see the after effects of all these uninsured or not properly insured.
Well, every different
accidents.
scenario.
Yes,
every different scenario
across the country.
Yep.
And for another $15, $20, or even $50 a month, can make a huge difference.
Right.
With if something catastrophic happens.
That's absolutely
true.
That's
why it's great because Glenn Larson you guys do consults.
Oh yeah.
Which is great because they have so many years, like we're talking about, so many years of experience with so many different scenarios, which we think we know, but we don't know until you talk to an expert.
I got one the other day. It was about a motorcycle crash going over a cattle guard on a ranch road, privately owned ranch road, and whether or not the cattle guard and the guy crashed, right? Because the cattle guard didn't work. But it was crazy. So long story short, on the other hand, we had somebody come to an ASM class in July, attended the class in San Antonio. It was a BMW riders group, right? All that. So we signed him up, got him taught him the class, and during that class, sat down with him. And one particular gentleman that I know in particular, he said, "Oh, you're right. I don't have the right coverage." He clicked it, updated it. 10 days later,
because nobody tells
he was in a major wreck.
Yeah. Nobody tells you when you buy the bike.
Then he hired us, and his financial recovery was quadruple what it would have been.
Wow. Let's you're gonna sit for Lori?
I got her up for a couple minutes, but
okay.
I do have to
go. We're gonna take a quick break because we're running a little behind. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to bring on Lori Montoya with BikerDown, and we're going to continue a little bit more about motorcycle insurance, but I'm sure Lori Montoya is somewhere in Colorado, got some good stuff to be bringing up right after these messages.
Thank you.
What we believe in at Glenn Larson Law is doing one thing and doing it really well. When I meet people, I always tell them we're going to uncover every single rock possible. That's the medical component, that's your story, and your voice.
We've solely focused on personal injury, whether that be a slip and fall accident or a commercial 18-wheeler, a motorcycle or DWI, motor vehicle accident. We specialize in that and that only.
When someone says, my neck really hurts, I know exactly how that feels. There's so much more to an injury case dealing with the pain level that people go through and how it affects their lives. And I know how to advocate to make sure that the insurance companies take all of that in consideration in every case.
We're very transparent and open to always keep them informed and stay on top of their case at all times.
Because we're a little bit smaller in team numbers, we're able to really dive into every single case and develop not only a client relationship, but a friendship and a lifelong connection.
We're on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll meet you anywhere, at the scene, in the hospital, at your home. Whatever's best for the client, we will do every single time.
There is a connection component that I believe our firm is committed to. We want to be connected with you and your family beyond this case so that you know that you have a lifelong partner, not just a case but a lifelong connection and a lifelong voice. And we look forward to serving you.
Hey everyone, my name is Alex Arkangelski, CEO and co-founder of Break Free Technologies, and this is Break Free, a motorcycle helmet accessory that easily mounts to pretty much any motorcycle helmet out there, and it's the simplest way to improve your visibility day or night. Break Free's got a sensor array built into the unit itself, so there's nothing to mount to the motorcycle, there's no wiring, everything is inside the unit. It's got 100 ultra bright LED lights that light you up during the daytime and nighttime. Anytime you slow down, Break Free activates, no matter how. Engine braking, downshifting, regular braking, emergency braking. You slow down, it turns on. Break Free is a small company. We're only 4 co-founders and 1 employee at this point, and we're all passionate motorcycle enthusiasts. We love riding, and we've created this product for our community. We wanted to make sure that motorcycle riders are safe and seen out there on the roads. We saw a huge need for visibility, and that's why we've created this product.
I'm David with Thunderbird Biker Supply, and I ride with the 99.
Hi, I'm Maria. And I'm Misty. And we're with POF, and we ride with the 99.
Hey y'all, I'm Janie Balderas, and I ride with the 99.
Rising loud like a storm untamed. This is where the difference gets its name. Get in the truck.
Hey, welcome back to the 99% Radio Network in the Fishbowl. Want to give big shout outs to all our listeners out there. Tattoo Mark with the Tattoo Mark Foundation.
Love you, Mark.
John Santo, a comedian, and he is a great impressionist out on Long Island. And Joe Gennaro, man. Joe, what's going on?
Natalie
and
Brett's
Alton
on.
Wells with Spokes for Hope, man.
Natalie Brett's on with the Green Star family.
Natalie Brett with the Green Star family. She didn't come up on my feed.
She's on mine.
She's on your feed. All right. Welcome, Lori. Where are you? In Colorado?
Vegas,
I am
upstairs today because I'm so busy. It's just crazy out here. Couple points, because I wish I had a button that I could press when you guys were talking about all that, because you know, obviously insurance is very important, and I'm sorry that Glenn's not there because I kind of actually have a question for him. But one of the situations I had this week, and I had it in Bentonville, Arkansas, which I think I got that because of the 99, is a guy bought a Honda CBR something, and he got a loan on it, and he got insurance, got on his phone, got insurance, but it didn't require him on his app to get full coverage. But he had a loan on it. And there's not any loan companies, Harley or any of them, that don't require you to keep full coverage.
Right. That's what I was trying to say with Glenn when they were talking about like people buying the bike. Like they kind of require like a minimal.
Yeah. Well, unless it was maybe it was a personal loan.
But no,
he has a loan with Honda. I mean,
okay.
My point is that shame on the dealership for letting, you know, because you have to provide what insurance you get.
Yep.
And the dealership just let him roll right off the lot with liability only, because now they had an insurance card. Someone didn't pay attention. Now he's had an accident, and the tow yard wants to be paid. And the lady, somebody that he's with called the tow yard, and they're like, "Oh, well, if you've got insurance will take care of it." No, if you have liability only, you're 100% on the hook.
You're just taking care of the car.
Getting it out of the tow yard. Now it's accruing fees, because within 24 to 48 hours, the police will release that bike. And now the tow yard is probably charging him between 15 and 20 bucks a day.
That's where you get hit.
If not more. If not more.
And stuff. And this person is 45 years old. And what I'm saying is I'm not trying to age somebody, but at this point in our life, we should know better.
Yes.
You know, we should know that if we have a loan on a vehicle that we are getting behind the wheel, that loan company, and I'm sure it's somewhere in the paperwork, and he's totally screwed. You know, he doesn't have the money. So what happens in that situation now with medical bills and things like that? You know, the guy's going to end up in bankruptcy court.
Now, this is in Arkansas?
Bentonville.
Or Kansas.
Well, I just got to say enough said.
No,
just kidding.
You're so rude.
You know, the other one that I got this week was out, and this is where I'm really starting to enjoy. This one is from Stockdale, Texas. And he had an accident, got hit by an uninsured driver. He got hit in October of 2025. He had $50,000 underinsured because he got hit by an uninsured driver, but he went through that in 6 months. Wow. So when you're looking at getting underinsured and uninsured motorists, when I recommend to you $250,000, think of it as what is my salary per year times 2. So hypothetically, if you make up, 80 to 100 grand or whatever it is, think of it as I'm getting $250,000 that will get me through the next couple years.
Yeah.
It really is. Glenn is right. You got to give up Taco Bell. I say keep Taco Bell, give up the freaking Starbucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you said, before you throw your leg over that bike.
Yeah. Give up DoorDash, and get up off your butt and go get your food.
Another big responsibility, it's not just the rider. You have to be responsible for people that go on behind you. Like, because I mean, I'm not talking about like everybody, but I mean, even me growing up. Oh, I want to ride on the back of the bike. You know, if you're going to go out like Burgess, all those bike rallies, you're going to pick up those, make sure you're insured and make sure you have insurance or some. I mean, you're better at talking about this than I am. Making sure that passenger has something or before that.
Passengers are the most innocent victim out of any crash.
Be friends to being passengers.
Yes. What did I say a few weeks ago? If you met him at a biker bar and he wants to go for a ride, he can pick you up tomorrow.
But here's another thing that just sparked my memory is, every time I get out on my bike, my grandkids are like, "Oh, can I get a ride? Can I get a ride? Could you take me down the block? Can you take me down the block?" I'm going slow, but say another driver hits me, or say I hit some leaves or oil.
Here's the next one.
Even at 30 miles an hour, and my grandkids are small, 10 years old, they're gonna fall, they're gonna get hurt.
Okay, but here's the next one. Seminole, Oklahoma. Guy is a mile from home, going 15 miles per hour, 19 years old, and gets hit by a truck going 75 miles per hour, and he's uninsured, and the 19-year-old died on the bike, less than a mile from home.
Wow.
I have a child.
Sadly, the realities. I was going to talk about this one. I got a call last night, and I started crying. Michigan rider, very responsible, left his children life insurance. But he died. He misnavigated a turn. And the family, in lieu of flowers, has chosen BikerDown, saying, help. He would want bike. We're fine. We have the kids have life insurance. He had plenty of assets. But they reached out to BikerDown. So we created a in memory of fund so that the family can track the donation. So you're not just sending a donation to BikerDown. So I'm not trying to solicit anybody that's going through a very traumatic time. But flowers die. And making a donation to an organization that a biker that passed, something that will pay it forward for future riders. And we would be happy to set that up for anybody. In reference to the e-bikes, I don't know if you guys saw this. It may have made national news, but we had an e-bike riders that hit a truck up in Aurora. and the driver got out to see if the e-bike rider was okay. And his other rider that was riding one of the e-bikes came up and they beat the shit out of this guy. And he didn't cause the problem. What happened is he was riding, the e-bike rider came out and went down on his bike. He never made contact, but the driver naturally got out to see if the guy was okay. The guy beat the absolute tar out of this guy, and then they took off. By the grace of God, somebody turned him in. But
that
what
happens here in Texas a lot. There'd be like a bunch of like bike, I don't want to say bikers or crotchrockers, whatever the category.
You can call them little shitheads, because I really don't care what they're riding.
Dude. Yeah, and they get. I'm gonna tell you what, I'd beat your ass too.
You see it. You see it a lot. You see it on the news. You see these takeovers. You see these little e-bikes and dirt bike takeovers.
That's why I roll packing, baby.
You know, and it's you know, one of these kids are gonna just mess with the wrong person, and like you said, packing. Here in Texas, we don't play. You're threatening. You're threatening my family. You're threatening my kids. You come up on me. You know,
I have to tell you a funny story about that though, because this is back in the 80s, and my Italian stepfather moved down with my mom, and so my dad came from an old neighborhood where if you got into a problem with somebody, you went to fists. You know, you fought, and then it was done. So he gets down to Texas, and they live in Houston, and this guy cuts my dad off. So my dad is driving by him and flips him off, says pull over and everything else. So my dad gets out of the car to go to the guy's truck and knocks on the window, and the guy takes his gun and goes, "What can I do for you?" And my dad goes, "I just wanted to tell you to have a good day."
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I've done the fake reach to the glove compartment just to people. I'm like, "Oh yeah, bitch," and then they just back off.
Was Mr.
I really don't have it with me.
I just wanted to tell you to have a nice day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a love that I will always have for Texas.
Well, that's why burglaries are so down in Texas. Nobody's breaking in anybody's house here in Texas, especially at night, man, because
the most we have is road rage. That's where our biggest problem is, road rage.
You don't hear that click click.
Yeah.
I got
that'd make a great doorbell.
Yeah, click click. That's it. They're more scared. They're more scared of you cracking that shotgun than the bullet that's going to come through it, or the round that's going to come through the door. They hear that you rack that shotgun. They're already halfway across your lawn and down the block.
If my front sign that says "Go away" doesn't give you a warning.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, this isn't packed with 3 pit bulls like that, but we actually fenced in our front yard. You know, because we were having such a problem, and I don't want to get too vocal about why we had the problem, but we were getting a lot of people that were not from this country, and you'd find them just walking down our very quiet street. And my husband got really nervous, and then we had somebody case our house, or was casing the subdivision, and actually had a Tide Pod in their hand, jumped over the fence that we had, and so I had a doggy door for the front yard, and they were actually trying to come in the house.
Wow.
And stuff. So well, I am not your gun gal. I'll beat you up with a baseball bat gal. But my point is that we now fenced in our whole front yard. So people really, when they come to my house, can't figure out how to get in my house.
See, I got the invisible fence on my front. Yeah. So I let the pit bulls out in the front, and they're like, "Oh," and they just lay there.
Yeah.
Walk
Make
by.
my day.
I'm like, just step in this yard.
Okay, on a positive note, we are halfway through Distracted Driving Month, and we are gearing up for Motorcycle Awareness Month in May. And I have these wonderful raffle tickets.
Oh, hold on. I got your bring up the prizes. Get.
Yeah, well, I'm going to actually show you because they arrived today.
Oh, so, I'm bringing up your flyer.
Yeah. So everybody, you can, I put the link on the comments. You can go on PayPal. They're $10 a piece. 100% of that goes. You do not have to be present to win, But if everybody listening or everyone within the sound of my voice would buy a ticket or two, I wanted to show you. Remember when we had the custom, oh my God, Courtney on that makes the stuff? And I told you guys that I had given her some shirts. So she took this denim t-shirt, our shirt that Chomper had, and as you can see, that was the original shirt. And she made this amazing duffel bag.
Oh, I see it now.
Can you find it? Did I put it on there?
There it is. No, it's on there. Now I can see it.
It should be.
We're slightly delayed. I see you having it
okay.
now. Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So this bag, if you bought it from her, would probably be about $700 or $800.
Yeah, it's like a denim with like, am I assuming like black leather on the top?
Yep.
Yeah,
So what's beautiful about it is not only am I really proud that she's doing this for BikerDown and she created stuff for us, but anyone that has a military jacket, has something that's very memorable to maybe someone that's passed or a wedding anniversary or something like that, she can create.
I remember now.
Yes. She can just create, but this was just a denim t-shirt that Chomper couldn't wear anymore. So hold on, we got more.
That looks like it fits right inside the saddlebag.
No, it looks like it belongs in my house.
Well, true, but it looks like you could pack it and put it in the saddlebag. It looks like that size.
So look at this one. This is the backpack. And this was
one of
Chomper's
money.
This was one of Chomper's black shirts. She took a leather vest in the front and has a pocket, has 2 water bottles and stuff. So these are all part of that raffle that we want. $10 a ticket. This is just absolutely stunning.
Yeah, that's nice.
We got to tag Tigger in that one. That's totally a Tigger.
Here we get to the really cool thing for all you Texas gun enthusiasts.
I just saw you slip your hand in there.
Oh, yeah. So this was this man's shirt. And she quilted all of it. She put a chain on it. You can, do what you guys do with these things. You can put your ammo, a handgun, and this thing is just like Chomper said, you can get ready to put that in the house too. But
wow, that's
he
nice.
just does amazing
I like
work.
the chain handle on that.
Yeah, I mean it's really just stunning. And again, it was made from a shirt that Chomper couldn't wear anymore. So I took an $85 shirt and repurposed it, and it's just stunning. And she did all the quilting. And then last but not least, for the ladies, I have 2 purses, but I don't have the other one with me.
I mean, I'd take that too.
Yeah. This was just your typical Harley, standard Harley shirt that people do. And she made just this beautiful purse. And inside, it's got the Harley label and stuff like that. So all of these things are on there. And then I'm going to include 2 custom hat experiences that if anybody wants a custom hat, I took this blue hat and I spray painted it with black. And so I can put branding on it and everything. So my point is we've got some really great items. We need the help. I don't know how to say it. We need the help. Over the past 3 weeks, we've through our BD Fund Me, our fundraising system, we've distributed out over $25,000 to accident victims. So if anybody needs to do a fundraiser, you've been in an accident, even if you're a biker and you have a medical condition or something like that, we will allow you to use our BD Fund Me. We can't waive the credit card processing, but $10 a ticket makes a huge difference. So go to that link. You can buy more tickets if you want, and you do not need to be present to win. We will ship it. And last but not least, I took a tally. We've raised in the past 2 years over $750,000 through our BD Fund Me system for people that have been in an accident. Now, I didn't do it. It's based on how much they share it, but we've given, think of what that kind of credit card processing going to other more high profile people that are just going to chew the fees.
Yeah, all the hidden fees that for these nonprofits and stuff, it really kills them sometimes.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of those big name ones that you automatically want to go to, they have hidden fees. You know, they don't realize you're paying 30 cents per credit card transaction. You're getting charged 8.5 credit card processing fees by the time that they're done. And you take someone that raised $2,000 and take out 8%, that's $160 that they, you know, but then you see the ones that raise 20, 30,000, that's thousands of dollars.
Yeah. Even your dogs aren't happy with it.
They're not happy with
your
it.
dogs aren't even happy with that.
I'm telling you.
Is he?
Well, no, I think my husband is getting ready to come in, so they want to. But anyway, we just want to tell everybody, please go to the BikerDown app. You can get it on Android or Google Play Store. We can you can do a help request in real time. You can do report an accident in real time. We've got, you know, the break free resource to buy that break free. You can get $20 off if you buy it through our affiliate program. We have motorcycle towers. And we ask everybody, if you don't want to buy a raffle ticket, go on BikerDown.org and go to our store, buy a trauma pack, something you really need. Mother's Day's coming up, Father's Day's coming up. We've got great things, the gloves, you know how you love those gloves. But please buy a raffle ticket and support injured motorcycle riders. We really could use the help this year.
Well, Lori, I'm totally because the Battling Betties do a lot of events that involve motorcycles. So that's why I reached out to you today to make sure it was okay. And BikerDown is a proud supporter of the Battling Betties because I want our events to be safe. So we're going to support the BikerDown with our Battling Betties because we want to make sure that everybody that comes to our events are aware as well. So I love that.
I'd be happy to send you a little swag box filled with some swag and stickers and the in case of emergency cards, t-shirts, whatever you want. I'd be more than happy. But more importantly, I would like to come in June. And this is 1.5 years we've been on here. I want to get made up as a Battling Betty.
Betty makeover.
Do a makeover. I thought that would be really great content.
I said I would make up an event if she was coming down here.
All right, we'll get one.
Up.
We got something going on in June. I'm sure we do.
We're talking the second, not the first weekend, but we would definitely love to do that. And I'd love to come on live and get to spend the 2 hours with you guys. You guys mean a tremendous. Oh, and guess what? You know this. We haven't talked about it. But High Seas Rally is no more.
Right.
I did see that.
Yeah. And just in case anybody listening has ever cruised the High Seas Rally, our group, High Seas Rally Cruisers, we have decided we're cruising anyway. So we're still going to go on Allure of the Seas November 1st through the 8th. John, you would have points through your gambling through Royal Caribbean. You can really get a phenomenal deal. And what I'm gaining at is that if we can keep the group together, what I'm planning is doing a complete going back to the basics that everybody wants and doing a cruise for charities for 2027. So we just want to keep the group together. We're sad to lose them, but they just sadly price themselves out of that market. And so we won't have all the, private pools and bands and bike builders and all that.
Like-minded people together. I mean, really everybody's having their own party together.
It's more about the camaraderie, the brotherhood, the sisterhood. And everybody
and all we got to do is take over an adult pool and bring a boombox.
I'll get there early.
We can still have our belly flop contest and we can still throw out prizes. Absolutely. And if we all get at the same eating times, we can all still dine together.
Yeah.
And, so
on a cruise, it's the same.
Be careful what you ask for. We got it. We're back to the basics, but we don't want to lose. We've got almost 3,000 people on that group that love to cruise. They love the biker community. And let's have our own
cruise peoples. I mean, it just happened to be with the cruise lines. It wasn't like there wasn't enough people. I don't know. Why are you looking at me like that? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But I mean, everybody still wants to come together, and that's what it is. But
listen, they were running a business. They were on that ship a week before. They had 50 people that were staff, bringing the music in, doing the sound checks, doing all the papering of the ship with their logos and everything else. They had a lot of overhead, but we could ask one builder and one sponsor, and I'm not saying Glenn, but I'm just using it as an example. We could ask Glenn to help us get a bike, get a builder to build a bike, give one bike away, give that towards dialysis, and we don't have to put the bike on the ship. The bike can be waiting at port.
Right.
There's things that we can do. And so let's go back to the beginning, and I want the 99 to be a part of it. And we'll figure it out, and we'll have a great time. I'm actually thinking an adult cruise on either Virgin or and I hate to say Carnival, but they have adult cruises for Carnival. And to be honest with you, I'd go back to Margaritaville in a New York minute. I had a blast on Margaritaville, and then we could have military people.
Maybe Alley. I don't know what cruise it is.
All right, we'll have to talk about that. We will continue that conversation, Lori. I want to thank you.
How many tickets am I getting from you?
Huh?
How many tickets?
What, for the raffle?
He's got a for the raffle or the cruise.
Well,
we'll talk.
We'll buy some tickets.
Okay.
You know we'll buy some tickets.
I know. All right, love you guys.
All right, love you too. Talk to you later. Lori Montoya with BikerDown, man.
Put me down for one.
Don't forget to get your raffle tickets for those amazing gifts and prizes. You don't have to be present to win. Go to the BikerDown.org website and make your donation, or go to the Biker app on your phone and be a part of something bigger, man, because they're in all 50 states and supporting our bikers each and every day. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with Aaron from the Morgan Fire Department.
Big car show coming
up right after this.
Leather Up will keep you safe while looking great with a huge selection of armored and casual flannel shirts. From beaded to sleeveless, Leather Up's got badass gear for all riders and all seasons. Leather Up with 3.5 million customers since 1999. Iconic biker brands like Milwaukee Leather and Hot Leathers to give you the largest selections anywhere. Comfort, variety, classic styling, and
red lips, tied up curls, high heels, flag unfurled, Lone Star stitched on their seams. Sunday drives and freedom dreams. They roll up to the VA gate. Coffee cards, they're never late. Laugh lines, old stories glow. They salute, then steal the show. Hey! Battling Betty's of Texas. Country first in their hearts. Pin up smile, standing at attention. Teasing waves, vintage art. For every soldier, every medical call, every siren. In the dark of the fall, they bring hope, bring heat, bring charm. Like a hook, like a shield, like an arm.
I'm Sassy Sin with Battle and Betties, and I ride with the 99% radio.
Here at 1010 Aussies, we're going to find you your forever pet. We specialize in miniature and toy Australian Shepherds. All our pups are pet and family friendly. They're socialized, basic training, and a health guarantee. Check out our miniature and toy Australian Shepherds at 1010aussies.com or call us at 817-213-6698. Hey, welcome back to the 99% Radio Network here in Fishbowl. You just heard from Lori Montoya with BikerDown, man, and those amazing raffle prizes that she's got.
Oh, I want the purse.
You don't. I want the gun. I want the gun bag.
Well, that too.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
$10 a raffle ticket, man. You can purchase. You don't have to be present to ring. Go on to the BikerDown.org website. Purchase your ticket. All goes back to the community. Nothing goes in Lori's pocket. It all gets distributed to the biker community who are in need.
Incredible.
Now, speaking about in need, a lot of you guys know that I was in the volunteer fire department back in New York for 24 years.
I just did a little volunteer for 24 years.
I did.
I
was committed. Well,
some people get those like volunteer different than what you like. That was your life.
Well, NYPD was my career.
Yeah.
That was my paycheck. But with the volunteer fire service in Long Island, there's like 158 different fire departments because there's no paid.
Right.
Because the tax base would be through the roof.
Well, I remember living in the East Coast in Pennsylvania. I remember having the volunteer fire department, and I didn't realize what that was until I lived on the East Coast.
Now, all these men and women that are part of the volunteer service, they all have jobs. They work 40, 50, 60-hour weeks, but they give back to their communities. And over the last few years, the volunteer fire service has had such a strain on membership. Not many people are joining. So they need incentives. They're not funded by any big government agency. They have to rely on grants. And sometimes in these small towns, the budgets aren't that big. And a fire truck can cost up to $500,000. Scott packs and to gear out a firefighter, one firefighter can cost you about $3,000 just in protective gear and Scott packs. So there's a lot of money that goes into protecting your community. And I have Aaron with the Morgan Volunteer Fire Department here, and you guys are running your second annual car show to raise money for your department.
Yes.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Thank y'all for having me sideshowing people.
Oh, no worries. We discussed a little bit off air about your department. Tell us a little about where the Morgan Fire Department is and what you guys do.
We are a small department out of just north of Meridian, Texas. We have about 13, 14 members right now. Mainly, we run mostly brush fires, grass fires, some structure fires, but mainly in our county, it's a lot of grass fires and the brush fires.
Which can get in Texas. You know how those grass fires can go forever, and sometimes grass fires are even more dangerous than building fires because you don't know what's in that grass.
The wind hits that,
yeah,
and it just takes off.
Yeah, they're dangerous. They're dangerous and like you said, with the winds. What?
Yes.
Is he on?
We'll get him on.
Came on. Yeah, bring him on.
He made it.
He made it. What's his name?
Bobby
Chief.
Baker.
Bobby Baker. Hey, Chief, you on? Let's see if you got audio.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I think I am anyway.
All right.
We
Hey,
hear
listen.
ya.
I know we're not techies either, and it was a little hard. I'm glad you were able to join us. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Cowboy hat and everything. I saw your picture.
So
that has more fingers than I am.
Well, thank
Seriously.
you. We were just talking to Aaron, and he's going to tell us a little bit about,
Wait, hold on. What? He's got the chaps too. Oh my gosh, I love you.
Thank you.
That is Texas right there. Sorry, continue.
Little
There's a
little smitten.
Sure,
with the Chief.
Mm-hmm.
So, Chief, before you came on, I don't know if you heard. Like, I was a volunteer for 24 years, retired as a chief out of New York, out of Nassau County Farmingdale Fire Department. So I know the trials and tribulations that the volunteer fire department goes through each and every year. And as a chief, I know that budgets, aren't large in small towns. The council doesn't give a lot of money because there's not a lot of revenue to give. So we all rely on grants, which everybody's fighting for. You said you had 13 members. We in our department we had about 100, 110, but probably only about maybe 40 that were really active. Because who's waking up at 2:00 in the morning, except the young kids sometimes, for those fires. So it is a struggle, and the community, a lot of the community doesn't realize what you guys do each and every day. The service that you provide for that community, the protection that you provide for that community really means a lot. And what you guys, the training you go through, the stuff that you have to do on top of your family life, your work life, and everything else, your dedication to the community is huge. And that's why it's so important to support events like this car show.
Yes, sir.
So tell us a little about whoever wants to take the lead. Have the chief?
Yeah, have the chief.
I think the chief should lead.
All right.
Yeah, I think the chief should lead.
All right, Chief. Tell us a little bit about this car show and what it's going to provide for the membership and the Morgan Fire Department.
Well, this is our second one. The first one wasn't that big. This one, it's getting bigger. But we did get a grant this year for a new brush truck, which the grant don't cover the whole cost of the truck. So that's why we have like car shows, all kinds of different stuff to raise money, because like you were saying, our budgets aren't very big. So we put these on in order to fill that gap, basically.
Yep.
And so that's what we're trying to do. It's just, I just became chief of this fire department 2 years ago, and I've been doing this for I've been in the fire service for about 50 years. I served in the military, paid, and now volunteer. And it's a whole lot different between each one of them.
Oh yeah. And it's a whole different.
And trying to make them budgets is even getting it. Yes, sir.
What branch of the military were you in?
Navy.
All right.
I'll forgive you.
I'm a Vietnam vet.
You're a Vietnam vet?
Besides,
much respect.
Yes, ma'am. Besides being the fire chief, I am also the local commander of the VFW post.
All right. Nice.
Which our judges for that car show are going to be my vets.
Oh, I love that
day. So we're kind of supporting two things in one time, and that's our vets. We will have booths set up there, a recruiting vet to get vets in the VFW, and also firefighters on the fire department, which are getting harder to get these days.
That's important to get the vets in the VFW. I think a lot of vets kind of forget that the VFW is there for them. And I think that's important to showcase any VFW to get those vets in there, because it's a like-minded, safe space for them. And I think we need to definitely promote that more.
And the VFW is just like the fire department, they have to run on raised funds.
Exactly.
The building costs, the maintenance, the
people that work there half the time don't get paid at the VFW.
Right.
I mean, they're cooking food for nothing.
Yep. Everything that goes on at a VFW or Knights of Columbus, any of these, the American Legion halls, these are all privately funded organizations for our veterans, for our first responders. And that's why it's so important to make those donations, because every dollar counts to keep those things up and running.
Because it's hard for a veteran or first responder to meet people outside of, like, if they're not doing the duty. I mean, they know their like company and where they work, who they're working with, but when they're outside of that, to find that camaraderie, it's kind of hard. I mean, you can go to the gym, you can go to the bar, but you have a VFW or a safe place like that. You have like-minded people that meet up. That's important to keep that going. They need that place to go to.
Yeah, well, like you said, you Bob, you've been there. Chief. I'm going to call you Chief.
I'm going to call you Chief.
I'm going to call you Chief. I should call you Bob. Show some respect. Stop it, Sideshow. Chief, 50 years in the fire service. Like you said, I did 24 years, starting back in the early 80s, and things changed. We really weren't regulated by too much of OSHA or NIOSH or any of those people. So hand-me-downs were accepted. So, hand-me-down Scott packs, hand-me-down gear. Now you can't do that anymore. Now everything's regulated. Everything's OSHA. Everything's got to be OSHA. I think that's all about
earning money.
Well, it's for safety reasons too.
Well, I get like if there's like war, and I get that, but like if it's good,
well, my first turnout gear was just like from like the 1940s.
It's like a little tinfoil and like some spoons.
The boots came up to my knees because we didn't have the big boots. You a backstep rider?
Yes, sir.
You're a real,
What does that mean?
See, I come
what
from
does a backstep rider
where
mean?
the alarms would go off. See, and this is why I love the fire service.
This is my civilian.
But pager goes off 2 o'clock in the morning. You jump out of bed, man. You throw on some clothes. You get to the firehouse. You jump, and now as the fire truck's rolling out of the house, you got your operator going, "Come on, kid, come on, get on the truck." And you're running, you're grabbing your gear. You ain't even geared up. You jump on the back of the truck. The guys, your brothers, are pulling you up on that back step, and you're pulling up your boots. You're throwing on your jacket as you're whizzing down the road. There is no feeling better than doing that, man. It is amazing. Right or wrong, Chief? The days of the back step were great.
And now they've outlawed that, where you can't get on the back bumper.
You can't do that. Now it's all interior cabs.
That's true.
Now it's all interior cabs, no riding on the sides. You got the safety bars, the whole bit. And these trucks are a lot
Is there
more...
a Dalmatian or no? Is that all shot for me as well?
That's another expense. That's dog food. That's dog food.
No dog.
So, fire service has changed, and the community has to change with it, because the protection you guys provide for the services for the city that you're in, people have to understand. And in small towns, when we don't have a city fire department that's going to be coming to put out your house fire or your car fire or respond to an MVA, these guys are trained.
What's an NVA?
MVA, motor vehicle accident.
Oh.
These things happen. And training costs money, equipment costs money, and you have to kind of do things for the firefighters to motivate them to still want to do what they have the passion to do. And it's not an easy feat it's not an easy thing to do. It's a balancing act, right, Chief?
Yeah, that it is. And trying to keep these kids, especially these young kids, once you get them on there, to keep them interested in staying with the fire department, because now even the volunteers are required to be certified, just like that paid firefighter is.
Yep.
And over the years, yes, sir. They like I've told my students when I teach class, is the only difference between that paid firefighter and a volunteer firefighter is that paycheck.
Exactly.
And that's the only difference.
Fire is fire, no matter where you go.
Yes, sir.
The fire that a volunteer firefighter fights is no less hot than one of a paid. They're all the same.
No, it ain't.
We were kind of talking about like different cities. Like this is how my mind works. I think of like the small town firefighter and then the big city firefighter. The expenses that are different between being in a city and in like a rural place. I mean, you have to have the right equipment for going out to somebody that's living in a rural area the different equipment? I mean, am I wrong? Like maybe I don't know.
No,
I think of like inner city, like you're talking about New York, and you got the buildings, but then you go out to Kansas or something, and now you're going out to a different fire. It's different expenses or maybe your equipment that they need.
The only time it's different.
You never have a staple amount, is what I'm saying. I guess.
No, a fire truck is a fire truck. Of course,
but it might be a smaller fire truck.
No, because not really because like a fire truck, $500,000 has to carry at least 1,500 gallons of water
I guess
to
I
be
was thinking more
certified.
like the safety, like getting the people in need, like because fire safety also gets their emergency rescue. They're going to go in there and they're going to help people get out. I'm thinking like buildings in a rural area. There's going to be different equipment, I guess, than being in a rural area.
I get what
like
you're
going
saying.
To a farm town.
No, I get what you're saying because all right, so
certain departments might need more expenses because of their geological location, because of what they have to deal with, as opposed to a farm fire department might need less because of it's not. You don't need the big.
You may not need a 110-foot ladder truck in your community because you don't have a building that's 110 feet tall. You may not need a water rescue team because you don't have any water in you. I get that. But the basic expenses for a fire truck, and equipment, and for the safety of the firefighters, that's all the same across the board.
Yeah, I think the safety of the fire department, that like the people doing the work, is the priority on what the funds. Like maybe am I wrong? Getting them safe before you can go on past that. I don't know.
I see what you're saying.
Sense?
Yeah, you know.
Because I know funds have to go somewhere.
You're making perfect sense.
You're thinking where the funds are going.
You're making sense, and this is why. And please don't take this the wrong way. A lot of people are so uneducated about the.
I'm playing the dumb one here for the reason
about the volunteer fire service. You're not the only one. There's so many people that think, they're just people that just volunteer. But the expenses are the same across the board, except if you're talking about a ladder truck, a water rescue team, a search and rescue team, a confined space team. Those specialty units, yes, you can call in. But for basic firefighting needs, it's the same across the board.
Exactly. So
it's a truck and protection for exactly.
I'm with you. I'm just.
It's more the truck. It's more the trucks than it is and anything, because like she was saying, the difference between city and rural is we have to carry that water with us because there is no water out there.
Yes.
Kind of what I was getting. Yeah, there's extra expenses.
And so we all have to have tankers to haul that water.
Right.
And
you guys draft?
They don't give them tankers away.
Yes, we do. Draft.
You do draft?
Yeah, we do draft.
Yeah,
but
I draft.
Plus, not only that, then you're talking about all right. So your tankers and like you said, you draft. So the upkeep on the pumps, your pumps when you draft. And when people draft out of ponds or they draft it out of whatever you're going to draft out of,
the resources are very
that impacts the pump on the truck a lot differently than if it's just water from a hydrant.
Right. I guess that's what my whole process of my thinking remedy was like all the different layers of where your location is and the different funds that you need to be able to be a sustainable fire department in that location. I mean, you got to pump water for somewhere, or it's provided. From somewhere.
You're spot on.
I was making sense.
You were making sense.
I'm glad. Thank you. Move on. Just kidding.
So last year, and this will just grow each and every year as things happen. So the car show that's going to be on May 2nd, from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. to 1 p.m. at 905. What is that? Mary Street in Morgan, Texas.
Yes. Yes, sir.
The funds that are raised there, do they have a specific purpose? Are they going to go for a general purpose through the fire department? How does that work?
Okay. Mainly what the ones we're having right now, like the car show and stuff, is we have that new truck ordered. Well, the part that we have to pay is what we're trying to raise and have when the truck's ready. So the grant pays for their part, and we have to have our part ready. So it's going through for equipment.
Right.
Much needed.
If you don't mind me asking, what'd you get?
67.
It's we got a large brush truck for 800 gallons of water. International brush truck. And from the last time I talked to a guy, I put that back in 6 months ago, and it's going to be a year before I get it.
Yeah, they
got
All
that far
I heard
behind.
was engine and backstroke.
Yeah, that's about it.
In other words, it's like I don't know engines. I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds great.
Now, the majority of your area is brush fires.
Brush fires,
Brush
fires
fires.
and grass fires.
Yep.
Got a lot of areas with cedar.
We have a lot of we have a lot of what most of mine. I have a lot of these big rural hunting ranches where they have the wild game, and it's
some boars. You go out there.
the
And
brush on them places. They don't cut it down because so the animals can hide in it. When one starts, it takes quite a bit to get one out.
Yeah.
He's talking about the boars.
Now, your mutual aid departments. You have a lot of mutual aid departments. How many stations do you have?
We just have one. We have 12 fire departments in this county, and they're all volunteer.
Yep. So you
we
can call
do not have any paid fire
Get a
department.
huge brush fire. You call mutual aid.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now let's just jump on the volunteers again on recruitment, because I know
Yes,
I know that's one of the
Just sign up, they'll take
toughest battles in any volunteer service. Your recruitment in your town, what's the most challenging part on getting people to come in?
I can help with your marketing.
Oh, I might need help in that, but
I mean, not just pretty things.
as many I've talked to quite a few of the guys around here, and they just don't seem interested. Because they're more worried about being with their families when they get off of work and all that stuff.
It sounds more like where it's at. Like, I mean, getting older people. I'm not saying older. I mean, 40 plus to get involved. I mean, you got to almost like get the younger.
You do
get the younger vibe, like seeing like, hey, this is what you can do, and this is a great career. It's almost like grabbing that younger guys out of like high school and stuff. Like,
in Long.
Grabbing the new culture.
Right. Well, in Long Island, it's funny you say that about high school, and that's where I started because I started as a junior and I worked my way up. And in high school, I saw all the kids in the lunchroom with the fire department jackets on.
Oh, we didn't have that.
They all had their fire department jackets on. I was like, what is that? What is that? What is that? And I kind of got involved in it. And then I went down to the fire station, and they told me about it. And the mentors that were in there were all city firefighters, and they were NYPD, and they were New York City EMS. They were all great mentors who had careers in the civil service field. And it was a passion that they all had. And most of our guys that were volunteers back then all went on to becoming New York City firefighters or police officers or paramedics. And now they're all up as chiefs and stuff. And it all started as a volunteer. And, Chief, I just saw on the news the other day, Nassau County and Suffolk County, they went from 110,000 across the board between Nassau and Suffolk, 110,000 volunteers down to 80,000, which is really significant. That's a big loss in volunteers. And now they're trying to provide free college for those who serve as a volunteer, that's what we should start looking at here in Texas. Free community college, free tuition.
Because I know as a military kid, we get free college. Like my dad was a full-birth colonel in the Army, and you can get like a couple classes free, but like
that's motivation for our kids to start learning a trade, learning a service.
If you didn't pass, you had to pay.
There are some counties that have that already.
Oh, they do.
Yes, sir. Hill County used to have it to college over there. If you were a junior on that fire department, the chief signed a letter, and they took it to the fire academy, and they would get them a grant for their gear, the school, everything.
Nice.
and there's quite a few places over the state of Texas that has that.
Now, do a lot of your firefighters
and it helps.
Do a lot of your firefighters move on to some of the paid city firefighters? Move on in a
Yes,
career?
sir.
I would.
Yes, sir.
I would think if I was
Over the years, I've had quite a few that started out as junior on my fire department, and they went either in the military, fighting fire service, Air Force was one of them, and I've had quite a few that went from volunteer to paid.
Yeah. Yep.
I remember. I have to tell a funny story. I lived in a small town in Pennsylvania. It was my first time living on the East Coast, like on my own. It was Shippensburg, Pennsylvania, and I was living there, and it was a sunny day. And I lived in Kansas prior, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tornadoes in Kansas. So I moved to this Shippensburg, Pennsylvania, and I hear the sirens going off. I'm going, okay. I look out the window, and it's a clear sky, and I'm like, why are the sirens going off? I call at the time boyfriend. Why are the sirens going off? It's the fire department. I'm like, the fire department. So to me, it was so weird to hear that there were sirens going. I'm looking for shelter. And it's clear skies. And then like, it's the fire department. And it had nothing to do with my neighborhood or anything. But I was like, yeah. So that's
it's a way. It's a way to notify.
I'm looking like.
It's a way to notify if you don't.
Now
most of these guys carry pages on them. They have little pages that will go off. Or they have scanners in their house that go off. But if they're out and they don't have the page open, they hear the siren, they're bolted to the firehouse.
And you remember Dawn? I can't remember. I'm not going to go completely in, but I think we know the same person. She's a female, and she was one of those. She had a life change and decided to join the volunteer fire department. So, anytime in your life, I mean, I don't know. Is there an age limit that you can join? I don't know. That you can join the volunteer fire department?
We didn't have an age limit because we had. I mean,
a lot of people are
if you could still fight a fire, or we had what they call fire police. And
so
if you were 65 years old, 70 years old, you want to join the fire service, and you were still in good shape, and you want to direct traffic for the fire scene, we'd let you have. Let you do. I don't know if you guys have that age limit.
I don't think we do have an age limit. Yeah. I mean, look, we got the chief. He's
come on, chief.
He's old, but.
Down here they call it an auxiliary, is what it is. And and like when we're on the fire, they bring water.
They're essential, though. They're essential assets to the fire
Everybody
department.
needs a water boy.
Yes.
Our
fire police in our department, man, they would block traffic. They would, put out the ice water, put out everything.
There's an important position for everybody. I mean, it's the same thing with a club. You got people that block the traffic, some people that do certain,
The bad thing about it, though, is volunteerism across the board.
Oh,
Not only
in
the
volunteerism. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Is that a word?
Yeah, you can look it up.
Volunteerism? I like it.
Across the board, not only in the fire service, in anything, has diminished. And I think it's just this generation. They don't want to do anything for free. They don't want to do anything, outside. They just don't want to help anymore. And we've lost that in the culture. We see that
people want to pull out their phones.
We see it with the military. People don't, the military forces are diminished. They don't have the recruitment. It's a change needs to be done all around to get people to do things for their community.
I think we still have.
That's why I honor you guys for doing what you do.
I think we still have the culture of kids, because I think a lot of people are seeing a lot of things going on. We still have a lot of people that want to join and serve. I do see a lot of
but it's still diminished.
It's diminishing, but I don't think that's in the time of right now. I think we had a little bit of decline, but I think a lot of people want to get back into that patriotism and get back into serving their country.
I would hope so because
I'm gonna. I want to keep that view, and I'm hoping that.
No, I hope so. I definitely hope so. But
to answer a question,
go ahead.
Yeah.
To answer a question she about women, out of the 13 members that's on my fire department, 6 of them are women.
Wow. Almost half the department.
Yes.
Wow.
It is.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
And some of them are better than the guys.
I was waiting for that. I knew I was going to say it myself. Don't discredit.
Hey, now.
There's some badass.
Last year. Now, if someone's got a classic car and they want to join, you guys got clubs coming down, or how do guys get their car into your show?
So we do have Syntex.
Let Aaron answer that question. He's one taking care of all that.
Okay. So we do have county line cruisers that are coming. We have Syntex, Rats, and Rods. I'm part of both of those clubs.
Okay.
Look at you.
And then I've been promoting it on Facebook, everywhere I can promote it.
That's how we met.
Yes. So, and like 2 weeks ago, I went to a car show and I put out flyers and told everybody there at the car show. So basically just get on Facebook. We've been having this public event, and
registration is $25 for the show.
Yes.
Right?
No pre-registration.
You can just pull in and register.
Just pull in and register.
So much easier.
It's so much easier that
much
way.
easier.
And then we have vendors
and
also.
some food trucks. You got some food trucks?
Yeah, we have.
He's got all the things.
Yes, I got everything.
There is nothing like one of the small town car shows. That is like that's
that and like
those are the most fun.
That and also like I don't want to like cross the line or whatever, but like a lot of the times you see a lot of like Back to Blue, which I love the Back to Blue. You don't see a lot of fire department car shows,
right?
So I love this.
Yes.
I think there needs to be more of this because you do just kind of see veterans and first
That's why when you brought this
department.
up to me, I was like, "Wow, a fire department!"
I know, he was all about it.
I was like, "I'm all about this."
And that's how we met because like I have the Battling Betties. If you guys don't know, you should. I'm the president of the Texas Battling Betties. But that's how I think we got in contact because I do car shows and stuff like that. But unfortunately, this year didn't work out. We will figure out next year. But I was like, you know what? If I can't make there, you're going to come on the show and we're going to talk about it because I want to give you the credit for all of it as well, even though we can't be there. You know, I think you definitely need to get the spotlight on.
Yes.
Well, we could do something for Chiefs. What is it? Post 611? The VFW post?
Chief.
Yes, sir. It's
we catch you in a nap there, brother.
It's actually in Whitney, on the other side of the lake.
Okay. We can also do something with their with the DFW.
Not that weekend, but yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't book that weekend.
No, we don't have to do it May 2nd.
Okay.
We can go out and help Chief with the post.
We'll collaborate for sure. Like once you get on this show, you're part of the family.
Yeah, we'll bring the Battling Betties
you
down to
fuck
the
with
VFW
us,
post.
In fact, next weekend, next Saturday, from 1 to whenever it quits, we are having a grand opening at our BFW post. We just leased a new building, and we're going to have, I think, a spaghetti dinner and have a jam session at the end of all that.
What's the date on that?
You got to get the New York Italian there for the spaghetti
If
dinner.
it's spaghetti and pasta, I'm coming.
He's it. He's it.
What's the date on that, Chief?
Next weekend.
Oh
shit.
Whatever next Saturday is. 28th.
We got a beer festival that we're already booked at. So.
Oh man.
I know.
Is it what, Saturday night or Sunday?
You're gonna be hungover on Sunday.
But it's Saturday starting at 1 o'clock.
Yeah. So yeah, we're booked for hops and props.
We are booked, but
we're gonna get down there. We're gonna definitely get down there and support you.
We're gonna do something.
So
we'll have another one.
Yeah,
you got some of the food vendors?
Yes, I was.
It's a date, Chief.
Look at that.
Right.
You got you a date, Chief.
You got you a date.
I'll even wear my pinup outfit.
There you go. Oh yeah, we have. Which ones do you want?
Too.
We got so many.
I want to give a shout out to some of your people that are supporting you with the food
we have
trucks
we have Lemon Drops. They're out of Rogers. They do dirty sodas.
Dirty sodas. What's a dirty soda?
It ain't a clean one.
Oh, what's a dirty soda?
Those it's all different flavors.
Not liquor.
Not liquor. Not liquor.
Ain't dirty enough for me then.
We do have Kona Ice coming down.
Kona Ice. They always support.
We do have I believe it's a King Cajun. A Cajun truck out of Rio, out of Rio Vista coming.
Ooh, all right.
And then our hat vendor that we have is Brandon, Texas. Traditions out of Haltom City.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's
right out
close.
of here. Yeah, nice.
And then we also have Spirited Wheat Distillery out of Hillsboro for whiskey tasting.
Oh, there you go. That's right up. It's okay. It's okay.
We do have poppy paints for the kids for face painting.
All right.
So we got a good amount of vendors coming, good amount of
Nice.
food trucks. So it should be a good event.
And that's going to be May 2nd.
May 2nd.
From 10 to 1. It's free to attend. But bring your cash and support, because all the money is going to go for helping with get that new brush truck and some of the gear that this fire department so desperately needs. Remember, how many what's your population of Morgan?
320 inside the city limits.
320 inside the city limits.
Yes, sir. We're not very big.
Yeah, but still, you know what? Anything.
We don't know what happens out there yonder, but there you come to our.
When people turn around and go, well, we only have a population of 326, or we only cover 1 square mile. Anything could happen anywhere. You got to be prepared. You hope for the best, prepare for the worst.
I just always hope for the worst.
You never know what could happen. Look at Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Shanksville, Pennsylvania, small little town in Pennsylvania. Not one of the 9/11 planes crashed in Shanksville. Were they prepared? Who knows? So anything could happen anywhere. So just because of the size of the town is only 326.
It's not the size of the town.
Yeah, well we also cover outside the city limits, so
that's right.
I think our area is 40 square miles.
Wow.
It's like our Northeast Mall.
So, yeah. So 40 square miles of brush. And, anything can happen. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Really apologize.
No, that's a lot. But Chief, I want to thank you for technically getting on, man. I'm so proud of you for doing this. I appreciate it. We will give you 100% support. We will definitely advertise this throughout the week, and
I'm going to get with you guys about future events, because
Yeah.
I know the Battling Betties would love to help you guys do something in the future.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, we'd love to have y'all.
Can you imagine doing a pinup contest in
I do
a town that's only 326? Bring the Betties out there.
Oh, they love
boy.
it. Oh shit. Yeah.
You hear the banjos going now.
Betty's and barbecue, baby.
Betty's barbecue and banjos.
Yeah. Stogies and Betty's.
Oh my God, that would be so cool.
Yeah,
it'd be so cool.
Oh yeah.
But that would be a lot of fun.
All I got to get is his permission. Doesn't matter about any of y'all.
Yeah. As long as Chief says it's okay, we can do it. We can do it.
Yeah.
All right. I want to thank you guys. We want to thank you for coming down, and thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank your daughter over there. Or
She is so excited to be here.
She is. You see the enlightenment on her face over there.
I hear you, bitch.
See, this is where I wish we had the other camera just to show.
You should just kind of go over there and just kind of
turn the camera. But I want to thank you, brother.
Thank you
for being here. Thank you for being part of the fire department. Thank you for doing what you do each and every day, man. It really means a lot to the people of Morgan County, Morgan Township. Chief Bob, thank you so much. Not only for your military service, for being
for
the
that
chief.
amazing beard, your chaps.
You're really.
Thank y'all.
I know you got a little picture right here, but you need to zoom in on that. That is impressive.
You want to break for commercial?
No, I'm good. You can
continue. Chief, thank you so much. We do appreciate you being here. Thank you for your service. Oh, look at that.
Yes,
there
sir.
you go. Right there. Well, zoom that back in there. Zoom that back in. Show everybody about those mutton chops. Go on, zoom that back in. Oh, he's back in. All right, man. That was huge. That is impressive. I'm almost smitten, man.
A girl knows what a girl knows.
All right, brother.
People wouldn't know me if I shaved that mustache off.
Be like,
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for having us on here.
Yeah.
wants a mustache.
Well, Chief, if the 99% Radio Network can help you and your department out in any way possible, if we can help out the VFW out there in any way possible, please feel free to reach out to us, and we will do whatever we can to support you.
I appreciate it.
You got it, sir.
Thank y'all.
You got it. Thank you. That was Chief Bob over at the Morgan Volunteer Fire Department coming up with the May 2nd car show. Aaron, thanks so much, brother. I appreciate it. What's your drive back to Morgan? About an hour and a half?
Yeah, about that.
An hour and a half?
Got your passport stamp to come here, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you for making the travel out here. Thank you for coming on and out, keeping Dad company. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with Billy Ball. Is Billy on? All right, we're going to come back with Billy Ball. We're going to talk about the hemp regulations here in Texas. They kind of turn the tides a little bit, and Billy's going to tell us how that hemp changed course a little bit, for at least for a little bit. We'll be back to learn about how you could smoke weed in Texas right after this.
Yeah. It's for the kids, man. Tattoo Mark Foundation. Texas, we with you. Little man in a gown, cold room, white walls. Eyes tired from the meds, hear the nurse make calls. Door crack, big box, he like, what's all this? Brown bear, blue bow, first smile, small wish. From Houston up to Dallas, all across that map. We stack bears in the back of the truck, unwrapped. Ink on the arms, but the heart stay clean. Whole crew pulled up just to live one dream, yeah. It's all about the kids, it's all about the love. Every teddy bear blessing from above. From town to town, see the joy we bring. Tattoo Mark got the whole state sing. It's all about the kids, all about the care. Every broken little heart needs a bed to share. In every Texas room where the lights feel dim, we show up so hope don't ever fade for them. Young queen of San Antonio, curls in a scarf. Trying to act tough, but she holding that heart. We walk in, big grin, bag full of soft friends. She pick one, squeeze tight like I could fight again. Doctors nod, parents cry, yeah, they feel that weight. A small plush toy, but the courage it gave. From Austin down to Laredo, we drive those miles. Turn hospital halls into aisles of smiles, yeah. It's all about the kids, it's all about the love. Every teddy bear blessing from above. From town to town, see the joy we bring. Tattoo Mark got the whole state sing. It's all about the kids, all about the care. Every broken little heart needs a bed to share. In every Texas room where the lights feel dim, we show up so hope don't ever fade for them. Box after box, we ain't stopping that stream. Every stitch, every seam, part of somebody's dream. From the bay to the plains, through the storms and the heat, we gon' fill up every ward till the mission complete, yeah.
Here at 1010 Aussies, we're going to find you your forever pet. We specialize in miniature and toy Australian Shepherds. All our pups are pet and family friendly. They're socialized, basic training, and a health guarantee. Check out our miniature and toy Australian Shepherds at 1010aussies.com or call us at 817-213-6698.
Rising loud like a storm maintain. This is where the difference gets its name. Get in the truck, ride the wave of the sound. The 99%, we're breaking new ground. It costs nothing to be kind, that's the creed. Join the 99, fulfill the need. Get in the truck, ride the wave of the sound. The 99%, we're breaking new ground. It costs nothing to be kind, that's the creed. Join the 99, fulfill the need. Fulfill the need. Tires spinning fast on this endless track. We move forward, no time to look back.
Excuse us. Billy Ball.
Welcome, Billy.
Play with your puppy. So we have Billy Ball with Hempton Hounds. She is with her puppies right now. Apparently, running all
There
over.
she is. There she is.
Let me see, Billy Ball. What is going on, Billy? Stop. With your red bandana.
Oh, can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Sign language. Can you hear us?
Can y'all hear me? I can't hear y'all.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yes.
We can hear you.
Whenever you want to start.
She can't hear us.
You talk.
All right.
Yeah.
Y'all can hear me? I'll just talk. I'll just talk and we can look at these little puppies. Look how cute they are. These little babies. Say hi. Say hi. What you doing? Hi, you little babies. But, just a quick update on what I blathered on about 2 weeks ago with the hemp stuff is that there was an injunction done. And they decided that they can still sell all the products like they were, but they're still going to keep the licensing, 100 times more than it was. So in the meantime, you can still go to your favorite store and pick up your favorite products. Hopefully their licensing isn't coming up soon because, normally they pay like $250. Now it's going to go up to like $25,000. So that's just insane. Ow. And if y'all are wondering what we're doing out on the farm today, I'm cleaning these little babies area. So I've got them all in this little house right here playing and chewing on stuff. So, ow, don't chew on that. So that's really what's going on with the hemp stuff right now. It is exactly like it was 2 weeks ago before the ban hit. And hold on. Before the ban hit, so just carry on. But like I said, if your favorite store has licensing that needs to be renewed anytime soon, I can guarantee you that they're probably going to have to shut down because of how expensive it is. But they're going to, of course, rework everything and redo everything. And doing a little bit more research, you'll hear a lot of stuff about how poison control got 3 times more calls because of the hemp products and all the stuff going on. Just because poison control gets a phone call doesn't mean anyone was poisoned. It's like all these people are like on Halloween, they're like, I hope no one gives my kid an infused edible. Well, some of your kids need an infused edible, but no one's just passing out their infused edibles for Halloween. So I think a lot of these people, it's all about the money. But hold on, I'm on. Let's look at more puppies. These little cute fart knockers. So these are 2 different litters. You'll see this itty bitty guy right here. Look at you, so little. You're so little. And then you got this big chunky monkey right here. So they're part of 2 different litters. They're both about 6 weeks old. and they're at the little velociraptor stage where they're like, ooh, I want to chew on that and that and that and that, but I don't care. I do not care at all. So yeah, they're getting ready. So we're cleaning out their little areas, but then they're getting ready to get their little shots. Oh my God, I hate that day. So we give them their shots. We trim their little toenails because they're like little razors. Start them on their flea treatments, their dewormers, their heartworm treatments, and just make sure that they're all ready to go. So hopefully next week I'll be able to come to the show and bring a couple of these babies. Because got the
Can you hear us, Billy?
worked out, and
Marco.
And
Billy,
if the
can you hear
pony's
us?
not too big, who knows? I might just bring that too. Ain't no one gonna tell me what to do. I'll bring the little pony. But yeah, look at these little babies. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Look at these eyes. Oh my goodness. Look at you. You look like a little teddy bear. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
O-L.
I hope y'all are having a good time because I'm having a great time out here with these little babies. But I have to go finish scraping some poop off stuff. So take care of my babies. Don't drink all. Hey, y'all save me some of that awesome Rob Schneider stuff until next week, okay?
Yes.
Little babies. But one of these days I'll figure out how to use StreamYard correctly, and it'll all be good. So
was that a jab? Did she just jab us about StreamYard?
I don't know.
I think she did.
All right. Well, thank you, Billy Ball with Hemp and Hounds, coming from the puppy farm over in where she takes care of all her puppies.
There's no reception
over in
out there.
South Texas. Yeah. Well, thank you,
I want
Billy.
to just lay down and like have snacks and let the dogs like.
Oh my God! It looks like heaven out there.
It is. That's why she's always happy.
Yeah. Well,
and also the hemp.
And also the hemp.
The hemp and hounds.
Yes.
I mean, this bitch cannot complain about anything. That is a life. That's like Care Bear stuff.
Yeah, she loves it. She loves it. That is just,
Care Bear stuff.
that's a lot of people's dreams to just be engulfed by puppies.
I want to retire and own a farm with a bunch of dogs and lay in,
But look how
and
fun
smoke weed and lay with puppies all day. I mean, she's doing it.
But on the flip side of that, it's a lot of work.
It is. It is.
Scraping the poop and doing the nails and the deworming and the defleeing. There's a lot of stuff that goes into that. So you really got to love what you do. All her puppies, even the ones she's brought in here,
passion is totally there.
Are so amazing.
There's the most chilled dogs I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yep. It's so cool. It's so cool. And hopefully next week she can bring some in. I know she was having some vehicle issues. So hopefully she'll get those issues corrected and she can get out here.
Well, otherwise I'm
bring some of those puppies.
I'm gonna pick her up.
You're gonna pick her
I'm
up?
gonna pick her up.
Pick her up.
Pick up the puppies.
Pick up the puppies.
Say that fast.
Pick up the puppies. Man.
Okay, next up.
Before we bring on Mongo, is Mongo on? Yeah, but before we bring on Mongo,
he's always on. He's got nothing else to do but sit here and watch us on a Wednesday.
When we talked about this weekend, where is it? It's the MMIW ride with the leaders. There we go. Here we go. Let me get my glasses on
it's
so I can
starting at
see.
Indian Motorcycle and ending at Fort Worth,
Texas
Harley. So starting at Fort Worth, Indian, ending at Texas Harley.
Yeah, so registration will begin at 9:30 a.m. It's $20 per rider, and it's a poker run. So you're going to go to a couple of different locations. Final stop's going to be Texas Harley Davidson, where they have food trucks, a band,
I think that's where
raffles,
the raffles are,
live auction, 50/50s, lots of stuff going on. All the proceeds are to benefit the MMIW big ride that's going to do the four corners of the Navajo Nation. So this is supported by Fort Worth Indian, Texas Harley Davidson, and the leaders.
It's being put on by the leaders. The locations are Fort Worth Indian and Texas Harley. Kickstand's up at 11. So get there early because if you want a good spot, I mean, if you're doing a ride, I know it says 9:30. I'd get there at 9:30. And now later. Because you get a lot of people on a ride. And that's why BikerDown comes in, because if you got a big ride, you got to have BikerDown and then what?
Exactly. And that ride, usually they get a lot, I think it's escorted. So they usually have a good, no, it's not escorted. It's just ride on your own. Just a ride, poker run. But support the leaders in the MMIW.
Man, the leaders are a badass organization. I'm talking about a bunch of women, global.
Talk about empowerment.
A global women's riding. I don't know if Do I say riding club? Because it's not an MC.
No, it's a club.
It's a club. So riding club. I don't want to downgrade or disgrade. They're a badass organization that rides around everywhere around the world. They're global.
Yep.
And they will always help a woman rider. If you're brand new, they will help you learn how to get your skills up to point to ride with a club like that.
But not only the leaders, when you talk about empowering women and women riders, Camp Shield, right? And if you guys don't know anything about Camp Shield, talking about empowering veteran women veterans. Can you play the Camp Shield? Did we play that yet?
We have not played.
Let's play.
Before we get in, I want to just a quick little thing why we were playing Camp Shield. So May 23rd at Fort Worth Indian, we're hosting the Battling Betties are hosting the second annual Pinups and Pistons, benefiting Camp Shield, the women veterans of Camp Shield, and all the proceeds are going directly to Camp Shield. It's about women empowerment. It's all about how the women, when they get out of service, how they get back into. I mean, a lot of things are
transition's hard.
Yeah, I mean,
transition's hard.
And I love the beginning of their video. It says, when you see a license plate that says a veteran, don't automatically assume it's a man. And she goes right fucking into it. I love it. I love this organization, women empowerment. So let's go ahead and play that.
Yep. This is Camp Shield.
When you happen upon somebody that has DV, disabled veteran license plates, don't automatically assume that those belong to a man. Hi, my name is Maggie Peterson, and I am the founder and CEO of Camp Shield. I started Camp Shield because of my own traumas that I had experienced pre-military, in the military, and post-military. And I knew that there needed to be somewhere safe and secure for women veterans to come heal and grow.
I think what Camp Shield truly did for me personally is instill a sense of purpose that I love. I love being a part of the community, but I also love serving other women veterans. My life is different because of it. Very different.
Transitioning out of the military is difficult for many women veterans. First of all, while we're in the military, we are very visible. When we transition out into the civilian world, we become the most invisible veterans that there are. A lot of times, they never speak about their military service. Unfortunately, because a lot of them experienced a really tough time in the military.
I went because I wanted something for my life. Not thinking that would happen.
Things happen to women veterans in the military, such as military sexual trauma, that people don't want to talk about, and it needs to be talked about.
And not thinking that I wasn't somewhere safe, that when you report it, nothing happened.
At Camp Shield, we like to say, connections save lives.
It's like somebody hand you a toolbox, and you have a lot of tools in there to work with. It's the best way I can sum it up. There are a lot of tools, and they're my own personal tools.
The women that come through our programs will tell us it was not only life-changing, but many times life-saving.
I was in the Army for 17 years, and they do a great job of breaking you down and building you into a soldier, but they do not prepare you for coming back to being a civilian, to living in society.
We build from the resilient challenges that we faced while we were in service or out of service, a space that is peaceful and a space of women who are celebrating what they've been through.
Well, that was Camp Shield, and that is who is the beneficiary for our May 23rd event, Pinups and Pistons with Battling Betties. It's all about women empowerment. We're going to have a mobile cigar bar confirmed. We have a taco truck confirmed. It's all about Camp Shield, pinup contest, bike show.
Yeah.
Check out all the details on our page.
You know, when you told me about Camp Shield and I saw that commercial, I am so impressed with what she has built in a short period of time. And it is so needed for our women veterans.
I mean, the way she opened it up was perfect example of why they need this. When you see that license plate or you see that tag on the car, a lot of people do assume it's the man.
Well, you know, and
I'm not saying I'm not saying feminism or whatever the fuck you want to put on that. There are some badass women in the service, and we need to recognize that.
Yeah, and look at Mary Staffeld, with roll call, Air Force veteran,
badass.
And our women
I got
veterans,
Marines I got a Marine in the Betties. Badass.
our
Amber.
women veterans deserve the same respect, the same recognition, and the same outgoing support as our male veterans. And that's why Camp Shield, that's why I'm glad they are going to be the beneficiary.
I'm so excited about them. I've had multiple emails with them. At first, we had the event on May 2nd. That was the initial event.
But that's Brotherhood for the Fallen car show.
Right. And that now is a different, that's the reason why I changed it, because I have much respect for the Brotherhood of the Fallen. And the reason why we had it at May 2nd, because that was what it was last year. But then I started to see all the, like, once they had their event, I'm like, oh, hold up. I want to be at that one. And it's great that we did move it to May 23rd, because now more members of Camp Shield can show up. They are based out of Houston. So they're going to be driving up. They got one representative that's in our area because her husband works up here. So we have one representative, but now that we moved the date, more of them can come up here and represent. And I think we need to get that word out and get Camp Shield up to the DFW area, because we got a lot of veterans up here, a lot of women veterans who ride too.
Come out, meet and greet with these badass ladies, man.
Absolutely.
Badass ladies, man. Get your pictures taken with them. Get an autograph from them. Thank them for their service. Because like we said last week, man, a lot of our male veterans come back, they go to the VFWs, they go to the American Legions, they go to the bars, they hang out with their guys. But when the women come back, they got to cook, clean, do the house, take care of the household, take care of their husband. They do everything.
But with Camp Shield, like you said, like a lot of the guys have like their bike rallies and stuff. With Camp Shield, what they do is they have these camping excursions and things that are all based about the women veterans. And they can bring their children. Sometimes they have the family event, but it's based around the women like the women excursions.
Yes.
Getting them together. Yeah, you can do a bike rally, but a lot of times that is a testosterone type based event. So these events are based on the women doing their own thing and camping. They're out there in nature. That's not a woman. I mean, that's not a gender thing. That is just getting out there in nature.
No, that's a search option. Chance knows what I'm talking about.
That's what happens when I work with men. I'm the only woman in this building right now.
Type in veteran women in the woods.
Google men in the woods. Ding 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 ding.
They got a movie, Brokeback Mountain. There you go. No. All right. We've had enough antics. We need some
Mongo.
We need some Mongo. We need some stability in our lives. All right. Without further ado, let's bring in the famous Mongo Log.
Santa Maria! Never mind that shit. Here comes Mongo. Got him.
Welcome, Mongo.
What's up, everybody?
Save us, Mongo. Save us.
Obi-Wan.
Oh, mighty Obi-Wan.
Save us, Obi-Wan.
So am I Leia? Who are you?
Huh? I'm Luke.
Are you?
I'm Skywalker. Oh no, I'd be Han Solo.
I think you're more
I'm
of
more
a
of a Han.
Solo.
I'm more of a Han Solo.
Yeah.
So what's
I'm
going
Darth
on
Vader.
there, Obi-Wan Mongo?
Yeah,
Not Leia.
it's been busy following the puppy around, having it train me how to be a puppy daddy.
Teaching you when it needs to pee.
Yeah.
I saw you took it to a little puppy school or the puppy playground.
Yeah, we've as a matter of fact, we're taking it tonight after the show. We're taking it twice a week to like a puppy play date where they put them in pens according to their size and let them go crazy. And then we're also going to put her in lesson. Now, that's at the ASPCA or the SPAC, whatever they are, the dog shelter.
Yeah.
Petco has it once a week, and we can do that also. And then we're going to put her in classes with the gal that runs the Petco show.
That is such a California thing to do with your dog.
Teaching your dog manners.
Teaching it to be a human. Because it identifies as a human.
Hey, Mongo, did you see? And
I gotta take a break.
Does Does Penelope have bad manners with the other puppies?
Not anymore, because she knows to avoid Bo because he has a sharp end that she doesn't like to be around.
Because the other dogs didn't take class and they know to shit where they need to shit. The other one needs to be taught.
Yeah, with the little one, they were actually both asleep in Roxy's arms a little while ago, but they're getting along better. But when she's with dogs her size, she just likes to play.
All right.
She just knows to avoid Bo because Bo didn't put up with her shit from day one, and he let her know.
Isn't she kind of like a pit mix?
She sees him coming, she just runs away.
Is she like a little bit of a pit mix?
Bo? No, Bo's just cattle dog.
No, the new one.
Oh yeah, no, she's probably mostly pity. I don't know what she's mixed with, but she's definitely.
I knew you liked me.
Yeah.
I knew you needed a pit.
Hey, I don't
Chance
know.
got it.
I don't know if you listened to the beginning of the show, if you're on, but you saw what Pitbull brought to the 99, and we're going to order some. Is the new bourbon Tears from the Left? Yes. Tears of the Left.
It's not made in California.
Very nice.
Did you?
Have you seen it?
I've you know what? I don't think I've seen. I've seen a different version of this, but I haven't seen this one. No.
Yeah.
No. I have with Rob Schneider. Yeah, I've seen that one. Yep.
Yes.
Yes. I sent him an email.
As a matter of fact, I think I might actually have a bottle of it out in my bar.
Really?
Yeah,
Of course you do.
I'm pretty sure I do.
I'm going to order my bottle this week, and hopefully I'll get it for next week, and we can put it on the show.
Yeah, you know what? With bottles like that, I tend to put them on the top shelf and not open them. I just put them for display.
I have a few of those.
They might be fantastic bourbons, but I like the concept of it.
Yeah,
well, that's why I buy two. One to drink and one to put on the shelf.
And that's what, and I've done that too. I buy two of them and I drink one and I save the other one. It's like the bottle of bourbon that you got me with the NYPD patch and that one will never get opened up. It's just going to sit there.
Same thing with my Don Graves bottle of whiskey. Yeah. I'm not going to open that thing.
Yep.
That's on the shelf. That's like it's a Christmas decoration. It's going on next to the angel.
I get what you're saying. Oh yeah, because I also saw another bourbon that I wanted. It's a Doc Hollywood, and it comes in a beautiful canister, and the sides open up, and it's got half a Doc Hollywood's pistol over here and half over here. Really, really cool. It's called the Doc Hollywood bourbon, and it's really, really cool looking. But it's for display. I don't know if I'd want to drink it. Yeah, I don't know if I want to open that up.
Well, even if you did, you could just fill it with like iced tea. Nobody would know.
Yeah, you'd have to refill the bottle with iced tea, right?
We only live once.
Now we know what's on the shelves at Pitbull's house.
No. I got money to refill it with legit shit. I mean, not from the show, but I do have money.
So, with all the rhetoric that's going on, with all this shit that's going on in Iran, all this stuff that's going on with, Republicans jiggling their junk and everything else and resigning.
Trump like Jesus. Let's
and
talk
Trump
about
like
it.
Jesus. What do we got on the monologue today?
Well, I think I tried to leave most of the recent political stuff out. Today, my monologue is on the free press.
All right. Well, without further ado, let's talk about the free press with the monologue.
All right, here we go.
Get it, brother.
A free press is the right of media organizations, including newspapers, magazines, and broadcasters, to report news and expressed opinions without government interference or censorship. This principle is essential for a functioning democracy as it enables the dissemination of information and holds those in power accountable. A free press informs the public about important issues, and it serves as a watchdog exposing corruption and injustice. A free press ensures transparency in government actions and decisions. The right to a free press is protected by laws such as the First Amendment in the United States Constitution. This protection limits the government's power to censor or punish media outlets' ability to censor, which is I can hear my dogs are fighting out in the other room. It's apparently vital for democratic participation. It encourages diverse viewpoints and debates within society and helps to maintain checks and balances on power by holding our leaders accountable. I actually don't like using the term our leaders. They're merely representatives, but for the sake of conversation, saying leaders is just more efficient. So in summary, a free press is the cornerstone of our democracy. It's essential for the protection of individual rights and the promotion of social justice. Now, in a perfect world, this would indeed be a good system. We, of course, do not live in a perfect world. We haven't had a single perfect person since the original perfect person over 2,000 years ago. Our current press corps is closer to evil in pits of hell than any other form of redemption. Media bias is indeed a real phenomenon. It occurs when journalists and news producers present information in a way that reflects their specific perspective, which can distort the facts being reported. This bias can manifest in various forms by influencing how the news is conveyed to the public. Now, I get media bias. I understand it. Truth be told, I practice it. Now, with my bias, however, at least I try to verify my facts. Unless I'm joking, I don't purposely tell a falsehood. Even with my right-wing perspective, I try to be fair and accept that there is usually another way of seeing things. Usually it's a dumb way of seeing things, but it's just my opinion. Several factors control the media bias. One is consumer demand. Even the news is consumer-driven. Audiences often prefer news that aligns with their existing beliefs, leading media outlets to cater to those preferences. This is known as demand-driven bias. Political leanings are also a large factor in the presentation of the news. The majority of news shows producers, news directors, and media editors all have side jobs as douchebags. This compels them to report information, even if blatantly false, to sway opinions. Different media outlets have inherent political biases that shape their reporting style. For example, some may lean left or right, affecting how they cover specific political events and issues. While competition among media outlets can reduce bias by encouraging diverse viewpoints, it can also lead to blatant sensationalism, where the outlets prioritize the attention-grabbing stories over balancing reporting. The effects of media bias can be significant. Biased reporting can lead to the misrepresentation of events and the distortion of facts, affecting the public's perception and the understanding of a news story or event. Unfortunately, our media is very polarized. When audiences are exposed to only biased information, it can deepen societal divisions and reinforce existing beliefs. Media bias can have an influence on public policy. It can shape political ideologies and influence public opinion on critical issues, thus impacting democratic processes. Media bias is a complex issue influenced by various factors, and it plays an actual role in shaping how news is reported and perceived. Our own media sources have contributed to public mistrust of their very industry. Factors such as perceived bias, misinformation, and the influence of political agendas have led many people to feel that various media outlets do not represent their interests or provide accurate information. Don't be confused by numerous shows on the various 24/7 so-called news channels. The Sean Hannity show on Fox News Channel, for instance, is anything but an unbiased news program. He actually tells you how effed up something is, in his humble opinion, before he has his various guests come on to support his opinion during the segment topic. His segment guests go on to support the topic that he has already opined upon. MS Now, the channel formerly known as MSNBC, now has a weekly show hosted by that gremlin named Rachel Maddow. Her opinion show was at one time the top-rated opinion news program on all cable news networks for the demographic of viewers between 25 and 54 years old. Unfortunately for her, she got carried away with her popularity, and when COVID hit, she started to drink her own Kool-Aid. She began telling people that the COVID vaccine worked and that the virus stops with every vaccinated person. The CDC officials had to come out with statements to clean up her misguided medical information with clarifications that the COVID-19 vaccines mainly reduced severe illnesses and death, but not the actual infection or transmission of the virus. This was especially true as new variants appeared. Anyway, that little human stain took a leave of absence, and when she returned to the airwaves, even MS Now could only tolerate her once a week. My point is this. These are examples of opinion broadcasts disguised as news shows. If anything, these shows, including my weekly soliloquy, should give you a point of view and possibly a desire to acquire more information on your own. Media sources have indeed played a significant role in fostering public mistrust. Unfortunately, there's a perceived media bias. Many individuals believe that the media outlets promote a specific political or economic agenda rather than providing important news. The rapid spread of false information, particularly on social media, has made it challenging for consumers to distinguish between credible journalism and fabricated content. There's also a factor of political influence. There's widespread perception that powerful entities manipulate media to serve their interests, further eroding what little trust the media may still maintain. Trust in the media is lower among younger adults, with only about half of those under 50 expressing confidence in the national news. Trust also varies significantly between political groups, with Democrats generally showing higher trust levels than Republicans. This last bit of information is understandable since most news outlets literally have a liberal bias. Overall, the combination of perceived bias, misinformation, and political agenda has significantly contributed to the erosion of public trust in mainstream media sources. This trend tends to broaden societal concerns about integrity and reliability of news reporting. Cable comedy shows often blend humor with commentary on current events, making them popular for both entertainment and news analysis. These shows provide satirical takes on current events and news, with programs like The Daily Show and Last Week Tonight leading the way in political satire. The shows typically blend humor with commentary on the latest headlines, making them popular sources for both entertainment and news analysis. Cable comedy shows influence public opinion by presenting news in a humorous and engaging way, making complex topics more acceptable and memorable. This format often leads to increased political attentiveness and civic engagement among the viewers, especially those who may not follow traditional news sources. It also has an entire generation of American youth believing that the actual news is being reported by an actual journalist who has a comedic flair. I think I remember that Walter Cronkite actually smiled once during one of his evening television news broadcasts. Now, Walter Cronkite was a serious journalist, and smiling was not in his wheelhouse. I think it was much like a newborn infant, probably just a little gas. Now, Walter Cronkite was a trusted newsman who actually told us that the news as if he was Joe Friday offering just the facts. Cronkite would sign off his nightly news broadcast with a very deadpan catchphrase, and that's the way it is. I sign off just a little bit differently, and that, my friends, is that. Whiskey improves with age, and I improve with whiskey. My name is Mongo. Whiskey goes in, wisdom comes out. I smoke cigars and I know things. And now back to you in the studio.
You know, once again, spot on with the free press. I wanted to ask you, and I thought when you said the free press, I thought you were going to hit on this a little bit because it's happening in California. Your governor, Galvin Newsom, or Newscomb, whatever his name is,
he answers to both.
Is trying to pass that Nick Shirley law on investigative journalism for independent journalists. So
what does that mean? I'm just figuring this out.
I
don't follow. What does that mean?
Nick Shirley, who investigated, he's a private kid who investigated the fraud and in Minnesota with the daycare.
Right. Oh yeah.
Right.
No, I know who you're talking about. I did see a quick thing about that this morning.
He got all these death threats and everything because he exposed the truth. So now he's in California exposing the fraud that's going on in California. So the governor and the politicians proposed a bill to ban investigative reporting. Now
that fucking tells you right fucking there
of guilt. That shows guilt. Now, when we talk about free press, we talk about
he just clicked my tally.
When we talk about free press, that's what free press is encompassed into independence as well. Isn't that right, Mongo?
Absolutely. I know he's trying to do that. If it even gets past the assembly, which it probably will right now, I don't think that would stand up in even the liberal courts out here. You just can't do that.
Yeah, because that would impact not only him for exposing the fraud that's out there, that would for I guess thousands or hundreds of thousands of influencers out there that do very good work investigating crimes and fraud and everything else throughout the country.
Yeah.
If
they're
they
cracking down
if
on
they
that.
do, but if they do this, if they pass that,
should.
they are setting a precedent to really try to hide whatever they're doing in politics. It's a scary thing.
It is a scary thing.
Because what scares politicians more is the independence, because they're not bound by any rules.
Well, I think what scares politicians more is that they get so fucking caught up in being in their position, and they want to get to that next patch. Heavy is another way we can reference that. They want to get so up there that they forget about the morals. It's all about the paycheck, and then they get so lost in it. They don't realize the damage that they're doing. So
they don't
honestly,
care.
I think
They don't care.
I think it's like maybe 70% of them are really bad. There may be a couple of them that don't realize they got caught up in some bullshit. But there's some shady people. You have to
expose them. And with these independent journalists out there, they are not bound by any sponsorships or networks who are banning them. That's just like me and you here. We are free to state whatever we want. It's the freedom of speech. It's our opinion. It's and we bring in whatever we investigated. They will, if this passes, this will start a precedent where it will shut down all streaming platforms, because then nobody will be able to say anything about anything.
Right.
And you're really treading on.
You guys are like, you literally are bringing into this country that you're like, oh, we don't want all this. We're gonna leave the country and go somewhere. This is what you brought.
Yeah.
This is what's happening. This is what
you
we're
vote.
standing
This is what you
for.
voted
What
for.
we believe in.
This is what you voted for. I mean,
it's goofy because I don't think they actually need to make a law to do that, because I actually saw a post and I reposted it, but it's a statistic on the Eric Swalwell bullshit out here.
Yeah.
Of the 5 major networks, only 2 of them gave like 1 minute worth of coverage. The rest of them gave 0 coverage on the entire thing. These networks, they basically they censor themselves by not telling the story. We don't want to tell you what's going on, so we're just going to put that behind the back burner. Let's talk about something else. That Trump's an asshole. That's all they want to talk about. So they don't need to pass a law. They just do it themselves anyway, which is stupid, because it eventually gets out. It's like, well, I didn't see that. And I hate to say you have to watch Fox News or one of those other networks to catch those stories, but you're not going to see it on C-SPAN. You're not going to see it on CNN or the networks.
Well, going off what you're saying, so I stream at home, and a lot of times all of my streaming has a certain view. I've noticed, like, I can't get Fox News without paying for it. Everything else is free. Right. So think about that. Everybody else is getting access to a certain agenda.
Really?
This is my opinion, and you guys could fucking inbox me all the motherfucker you want. This is how my opinion goes, because I used to have an opinion when I was in college of what I thought I was, and a belief I thought I was. It wasn't until I became a single mom and all this stuff, and now I'm like in my 40s. And just recently, I've noticed my algorithm in my Facebook thing. It's not my algorithm. It's not what I want to see. I feel like the other algorithm is pushing into what I want to see. I'm seeing a lot of things that are completely, yes, I don't care who the fuck you fuck. Don't wave it on the flag in front of your patio. I don't care who's in your ass or who's in your pussy. We don't need a flag for it. That's my opinion.
Well, now we got that big long. Do you know that big long acronym now? Now it's the MMIW LGBTQA.
Can I buy a motherfucking vowel?
I mean, are we using every letter of the friggin' alphabet? Well, I mean,
I gave that girl a lot of credit because she got them all right. I was like, God damn, that's pretty good.
I mean, oh my God, the bumper stickers won't fit on a friggin' Hyundai or one of their little crossovers.
You got to put them on the side of your vehicle.
You got to get a wrap.
Yeah, I mean, their little Priuses are not going to fit the bumper sticker to encompass all of their different transgenders. I like it back in the day when, yes, you were lesbian, you were gay, you did what you wanted to do. That's
you
fine.
went to the club that you wanted to go to.
You didn't need a bumper sticker or a long paragraph to define who you are.
I didn't need to prance down the middle of the street in a rainbow thong with a unicorn on my forehead.
You know,
that's not what I need to do to tell you what I believe in.
There's one thing I have not seen yet is that I've never seen a bumper sticker that said,
by the way.
I'm straight and proud. Never.
I like dick. I like dick flag. And I'm going to wave it in my goddamn front yard and fuck your rainbow flag. I want a dick flag in my front yard. Say something. What's different? What's different? You're telling me how you like the fuck in your bedroom. Because I can give about, it's not talking about your political views. It had nothing to do with your political views. It's talking about how you fuck in the bedroom.
Now,
so I'm going to have a dick flag.
Will it be shaped as a dick?
It's going to be a big old motherfucking dick with a American flag protruding out of its fucking end.
You know what, Mongo? I love your monologues because you spark such.
I forgot he was on here. I love you.
Inner rage.
I was only talking about the free press.
I don't think your neighbors will appreciate a dick flag.
But they'll appreciate how to eat pussy? That's fucked up.
No, then you just put a pineapple on your lawn.
No. It's going to be upright. Baby.
Oh. You know, Mongo.
Chime in on that. I'm not wrong.
You know, and just, you know, all kidding aside, this is what the Mongo log's all about.
All munching aside.
This really sparks conversation. And I can't thank you enough and appreciate you enough for the research you do all week to bring this, because people who listen to the Mongo log each and every week are probably having the same thoughts as Pitbull right now. They want a dick flag on their lawn.
I'm going to put a dick.
You know, I don't think Springer would enjoy that.
Probably not. Well, he's the dick I'm fucking because it's a dick fuck out.
Well, put Springer's dick.
Click, click, click. They literally have a tally on how many fucks I'm saying during the show.
What are we up to? 19.
Oh, you went to the bathroom a few times. You missed a few.
Yeah, Mongo, we got an umpire clicker here, and we're clicking every time she says the F-bomb.
Oh.
It's been 19 so far.
I think they're lying.
I think we're a little undervalued there.
I think we're way more than that.
But it is a scary time if, you know, that they're even trying to propose a bill like this, that this even sparks the interest of some of our politicians. It's a scary time that they would even entertain something like this. It should be thrown out automatically. It should have never even made, it shouldn't have gone as far as it's gone. And I can't believe more people aren't fighting against this as for the public, because of all these influencers and streamers that are out there that depend on their investigative reporting. They depend on this.
They're not thinking of it that way.
It's,
they're not thinking in long term. A lot of these people that are fucking like out there doing this, they're just talking about in the moment. They're talking about in the moment. They're not realizing the long-term effect of everything that's happening. I think a lot of these people need to sit back and really think about what they're fighting for. I'm all for having your own lifestyle. Have your own lifestyle. Do what you want to do. I just don't, you don't need to push it on me.
right, exactly. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%.
I will sit next to you in the gastro pub and have a beer with you and give a good goddamn. Don't shove it down my throat. Don't tell me my views are wrong, and don't tell me your views are better than mine.
Yeah, and if you're reading a story, after the first two lines, you go bullshit, and you go to the next story. You scroll past it. Who cares?
My thing is when it becomes into where the big time companies get involved, and I'm getting into like, because I have a 10-year-old, and it goes into where I have Disney and I have other apps that he streams, and those views are getting pushed on the kid shows. If I want to fucking talk about
21,
if I want to talk about a different marriage situation or a different lifestyle, that should be on my terms. It shouldn't be snuck into a kid's show.
Correct.
That's where I have a problem with it. If I want to put my kid in school, I want somebody that's going to do a story time that's education and is there for their fucking education, not because they're good in their makeup and tuck their dick in their asshole. I'm not having a drag queen do a fucking story time to my kid. I'm not doing any of that. I went on a rant. It's sorry. I know I'm getting the look from Sideshow. I got the right eye looking at
No,
me.
you're good. You're good because you're speaking the truth. And you know what? When Mongo brings these monologues up,
You get me fired up, Mongo.
No, when Mongo brings these monologues up, I bet you 100% any parent out there is thinking the same exact thing you are, Pipple.
Oh.
They don't want this stuff pushed on their kids. They don't want their kids going to a Disney Channel and having these
Disney's
things
not Disney. Disney not what I remember.
They don't want that. So you're
it's
speaking
Dick Disney.
You're speaking the truth. You're speaking the truth on what you want to
will-
raise your kid the way you want to raise
I
your
will
kid.
introduce those situations when I feel appropriate for my child, which he's going to know about interracial and intersexual relationship. It's a way of life. I mean, this sounds stupid, and I'm not trying to be like, well, I know black people. I have
on your terms.
I have lesbians in my family line. Like I do. Like the whole side of my family lives in Florida. It is. I hate saying that, but like it's never bothered me. It's never been.
Is living in Florida are they lesbians?
Well, Florida.
Is Florida full of lesbians?
You should follow the police department in Florida. They got some good stories.
I mean,
But
I know
no,
about the villages. I just don't know about. I didn't know if Florida was just full of lesbians.
No, but I mean, I'm not trying to say it like that, but like, and I hate saying like, well, I know who, I know this, but it's been a part of my life since a young child. I never thought of that side of my family any different at all. But it's being shoved into my child's life, and me growing up, it wasn't shoved in my life. It was something that gradually was introduced to me.
Because there was no bumper stickers, there was no pride flags or anything else. There was no special days.
Watching fucking Saturday morning cartoons and seeing two dudes kiss and going,
Really?
Not when I was in the.
No, they have that now. Are you serious?
There's
like Saturday morning cartoons.
Well, they don't have Saturday morning cartoons. We have kids shows where there is
like two dudes kissing.
There is two married men or two married women, and those are the children's shows.
Oh.
Which I get. This is where I get like if you are that family or two women or two men, then you're raising a family. I get how difficult that is to have that lifestyle without judgment. I get that you're trying to raise a family as a regular family. I get that, and that must be tough. But it's my decision to introduce it to my child. That's where I get
agree.
the problem with it. Because it's not, and you can say it's normal in your life, but it's not normal in mine. So don't force it on the kid program to my child.
Correct.
It sucks that they don't have Saturday morning cartoons anymore.
Yeah, fucking Thundercats, dude.
I mean, they had one channel that was like all superhero cartoons throughout the morning. One channel that was like the Looney Tune, the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner Hour.
Yeah.
I mean, those are good cartoons.
The Bugs Bunny Roadrunner, you can't even have that anymore. You can't even have the wolf dropping bombs or anything else.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, what is the name?
Because the Roadrunners from Mexico or something. Where it's all fucking racist.
And who's the guy with the shotgun? Elmer Fudd can't even carry a gun anymore.
He's a white trash supremacist. So
yeah.
He's smoking a cigarette. We're promoting lung cancer. Grow some motherfucking butt.
Your veins are coming out of your neck.
This is why we are tough, because we had shows like that. Quit making our children soft.
Well,
somebody take over.
Mongo. Want to thank you for
getting her fired up.
Get her fired up. Get her all fired up. Well, at least you're gonna get this all out before you're. Yeah. Mongo, once again, man, I want to thank you for everything again. Prayers again to the family. I heard there was a positive turn.
Yeah, he after a few days, my stepfather got up in the morning, got himself dressed, got in his wheelchair, and wheeled down to the cafeteria for breakfast. Didn't talk to anybody.
But that's amazing.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean,
I was waiting for something else.
But a day before, he was on morphine. He was unconscious.
Yeah.
And I mean, they and then all of a sudden he did a miraculous 180.
We just had similar. That's great.
God bless, man. I mean, is it still going? I mean, how is he today?
As far as I know, his kidney function is down to like 5%. I mean, he's not doing well that way, but
he's comfortable.
he's comfortable, and he's back to the point where, he's lucid. He can carry a conversation. He may not know what he's talking about sometimes, but he still sees my mother and has conversations with her. And she's been dead for like 5 years.
Oh my gosh, that's so.
Because Springer's gonna be like, "Oh, Pitbull died."
I'm dying before him.
Who?
He's
Who?
dying before me. I'm gonna.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up, Mongo. Well, good luck with the new puppy and the puppy time you guys are having with Penelope. More prayers and blessings to your dad. And once again, thank you so much for taking the time to do the monologue.
Get me all riled
and
up.
getting her all riled up. I'd love to see her veins starting to pop out of her neck, man. She was like, I don't think I've ever seen her that riled up.
You haven't catch me outside.
Catch me outside. Catch me outside. What is this, Jerry Springer or Dr. Phil? Catch me outside.
How about that?
All right, brother. You have a blessed day, man, and we'll be talking to you soon.
All right, we'll see y'all next week.
All right.
Adios.
Man.
I'm out of wine.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
All right. Once again, I want to thank Chief Bob. I want to thank Aaron from the Morgan Township Fire Department with their upcoming car show here May 2nd. We got the Brotherhood for the Fallen right here in the DFW area. Brotherhood for the Fallen car show May 2nd as well. The crawfish boil this weekend at Roanoke Live. We have Don Graves' birthday coming up at Roanoke Live as well on May 2nd. Lots of great events. We got the MMIW ride this Saturday with the leaders. Be sure to be at Indian Motorcycle at 9:30 for registration. 11 o'clock kickstands up. Tune in for Radio for a Reason, the 99% Radio Network, each and every week. You got something else?
Well, I was just going to say, if you didn't catch any of that, you can follow us on Facebook.
Yeah. YouTube.
99% Radio and the Betting Buddies. I share everything that the 99 does. So if you want to follow anything in the updates and all the events coming up for the next 6 months, follow us.
Yeah. And if you have an event coming up, if you have a special thing going on that you want to give back to the community, reach out to either Pitbull or myself, and we will make sure that we are able to get it out there for you. Until next week, man, stay blessed, stay kind, and stay well. Don't be a dick.